Well, a little technical difficulties there with the opening credits, but aside from that, we are live. Episode 1 of the series premiere of Dead is Better, a IRL zombie apocalypse simulation featuring these four fine people here who have taken the time to roll themselves in savage worlds using their real life stats, attributes, edges, and hindrances. They are going to attempt to survive for as long as is possible in this zombie hellscape. But if you guys have watched other shows of ours, you will note that these are generally very fun affairs. Well, we're trying something a little different here late on Fridays. This is not so much about the jokes as it is the abject and total horror of the proceedings. With that being said, we should get started. We are going to have each of the characters say a little bit about themselves and explain how they reacted to the news that they won a free ticket on the maiden voyage of the Pinnacle cruise ship, setting sail out of Miami to the Caribbean for 2 weeks of delightful tropical paradise. Starting with Mike Bowser. Mike Bowser, say a little bit about yourself.
Hey, I'm Mikey B. Uh, I'm a well warehouse manager right now. Uh, Previous Marine experience. I'm not too keen on boats, but you can't pass up a free boat ride. So anything to get me down to the Caribbean and have some margaritas. And yeah, I'm just here for the trip.
Excellent, excellent. Moving on, we have Sean McCree.
Okay, yeah. I'm Sean, and I'm a student, art student, and I finding out I got a free cruise trip is probably the coolest thing that would happen in my life. So, uh, packing my backpack and just I'm waiting in Florida. Like probably it would be a few days before, just soaking it. I've never been to Florida before, so there's another opportunity for me to explore Florida and the Caribbean. So I'm excited. Let's do this. Cruise
Excellent,
ship.
excellent. Moving on, we have Mike Skibba.
Howdy. I am a 17 year veteran of the Forsyth County Sheriff's Office here in Georgia. Um, I've been married for 13 years and I am currently getting a divorce. In the process of that, so going on a cruise by myself sounds like a wonderful opportunity to get away, especially since our honeymoon was on a cruise. So I am very much looking forward to the escape of my life right now. So I am absolutely thrilled to be going.
Little full circle there with the cruise. Excellent. And last but not least, then, Mary Mead.
Okay. I'm a 22-year-old from the Midwest. After graduating high school, I decided to take a few years off, spend some time with family, and get myself a little bit physically stronger. For those that aren't aware, as you can't see everything with a webcam, I use a wheelchair. I have a bone disease called osteogenesis imperfecta, which basically means my bones break easy. So contact sports were always a no-no. So as soon as I heard that I would be going on a cruise, I thought, oh, this is going to be an accessible boat. I'm going to lay out in the sun on the deck. Hopefully I can get into a pool. I'm pretty strong. I can transfer myself in and out of things. And for the first time, I am traveling alone. Thank the Lord.
Well, you probably won't be so thankful here shortly, but that's beside the point. So, You have all gathered on the appointed day, which coincidentally happens to be Friday, October the 11th, 2019. Right? You gathered very early, 6 a.m., had to check out of your hotels, come in the airport, however you made your way to the dock. Go through a pretty extensive security checkpoint system, as this would be an international trip and you're going on a cruise and all of that. And you find yourselves in your cabins, which, as you know, ticket winners, are much more luxurious than your standard fare, right? Instead of just getting like a bunk crammed into a, little thing, you all have your own bathroom areas and storage space and solid actual beds and a little room to navigate. Far from like, your coach class where you're in there like a tin can. But the one requirement, aside from, of course, the security briefing that everybody gets on the beginning of the cruise, is that you all, as contest winners, have to attend a mandatory 6 p.m. meeting on the first day of the cruise. So you're about 12 hours out of port, and you find yourselves assembled in a fairly cramped conference style room. There's a projector and a large center circular table and a bunch of office chairs and a couple of cubicles, tucked into a little corner, right? And the whole thing is relatively nice, It's a new cruise ship, right? You can still kind of smell the paint in the walls, right? Carpet's all fresh and all of that. And as you guys enter, right, you're offered a bottle of water, and you're met by two very enthusiastic gentlemen that introduce themselves as Jeff and Cody.
Oh, God.
So they have you take a seat and pull a chair out for Mary so that she can tuck up to the table, and then begin their spiel. And Jeff turns to Cody and he says, "You know what I love most about Miami, Cody?" "What's that, Jeff?" "Well, it's the nightlife, of course." "Ah, but if only the city wasn't so expensive all the time." "Why, it is quite an expense, isn't it, Jeff?" "That's right, Cody. I mean, who can afford to live there all the time? Not me. Not on my salary, I tell you what." "But what if there was a way that you could experience the beaches and the nightlife and the glamour and the sex of Miami, but only have to pay a fraction of the cost of living there full
Oh,
time?"
shit.
Oh,
What? That sounds like a deal that's too good to be true, if you ask me. Well, I mean, it's an astounding. I mean, for just 10% down, you could literally, for just $1,500 today, right? All of you here could own a stake in one of the most exclusive vacation sharing opportunities in Miami. We're talking 5 blocks from the beach, right? We're talking 10 blocks from nightlife, right? There are restaurants. I know it's not one of these seedy areas either. I mean, those stories you hear about Miami. That's right, Cody. Some areas aren't great. That's not this one. Not this one at all. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the next 2 hours, right? And we're going to sit down and we're really going to talk about why you guys would not just be making an investment in fun. It's not just fun and games, but an investment in your futures. And with that, right, they'll start by ushering. Oh, well, thank you for that. I need to have that larger so I can actually see what the name was there, obviously. Oh, never mind. SSF Shadow 101. Thank you for the follow. So we will start with Sean. Sean, Jeff's pulled you back into a little office by yourself and said, "So, Sean, what do we have to do to get you into this exclusive opportunity at the Tropical Grove Vacation Share Complex?"
I don't even know what I'm like. I'm a student, dude. Like, I don't have that kind of money to. I don't even know what timeshares are.
No, no,
And I
no, no,
don't
no, no. Nobody
care
said
for them
anything about
right
a
now.
timeshare. I mean, timeshare. You know, you
Okay,
insult
yeah,
me.
I
You
don't have
insult me. This is a
investing. Isn't this
well, this
that?
isn't a fantastic beginning investment opportunity. You said you're a college student. You said you don't have a lot of money. What better way to get your foot in the door
Yeah.
with an investment with equity right now, Sean? With equity than in a shared real estate project.
I,
And it
Oh,
I'm
shared
gonna
real
look at
estate
Sean.
project.
well,
And
she's in an office now, but you can
Oh
overhear
oh,
yeah.
it's
this. I mean,
separated.
My
there are
Okay.
very
Cornering
thin
us.
walls.
I'm in a corner. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's yeah. Um, I don't even own a house, but I can't. I don't know why I would want to share a house with some other
Listen, Sean. I can
property.
hear you're hesitating right now, and I understand. I mean, I'm a cautious guy myself, right? I wouldn't just jump on anything that some guy was telling me, but I'm telling you right now, this is the opportunity of a lifetime. For just $15,000 a year, 3 weeks out of the year, shit.
15,000.
Well, yeah, just 10% down today. All we need is $1,500
Yeah.
today.
Okay.
I mean, and if you split that out across monthly payments, right, you're just over $1,000 a month for your own little bit of Miami.
I don't even know if I like the weather here, to be honest. It's like really hot.
Just right now. I
And
mean,
humid.
what if I
I
told
don't
you?
even.
What if I told
hate
you
humidity, dude. I grew
that
up in
we had
Missouri. I do
Sean,
not.
oh no, I understand. I understand. I mean, I'm from the Midwest myself. You want to talk about hot summers?
Oh
That's
my
why.
God. You
That's
are
why
just
this
like.
here would be. What if I told you? What if I told you right now, for an extra 5% down, we can get you 3 weeks in December.
Oh
Avoid the winter
shit.
climate,
Oh my
right?
gosh.
No heat,
Wow.
right?
What
It's
a.
that perfect
Wow.
temperate.
Yeah.
If you haven't done Christmas in Miami, I mean, frankly, you haven't done Christmas. We
I
decorate
guess
we
so.
decorate palm trees down here, Sean. You look like a palm tree decorator.
Do I? I've
Mhm.
never met a palm. Okay. All right. Um. Well, I'd love to consider your offer. But I'm poor as fuck. So, I don't know where you think I'm gonna pull this. Would you say 15,000 for my
Yeah,
ass or?
yeah. I mean, I'm
I
sure.
don't.
I mean, so another wonderful thing about this opportunity, right,
Yeah.
is that you can
Mm.
have somebody co-sign on it. Do you have a parent, loved one?
Oh.
I mean, as a student,
Um.
I'm sure you have that stable family network.
You know what? They're dead. Yeah. Um.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. So you have no assets, no liquidity.
Uh. Like I said, I don't even own a house. I live in a bus. So that's my house.
All
I
right,
don't
Sean.
have a bank.
Well, enjoy the free
Sorry,
cruise, I
Jake.
guess.
Jake, was it Jake?
N-
Josh,
Co-
Jonathan,
Cody.
what's your Cody? Oh, I'm sorry.
Cody. It's Cody and Jeff.
Cody.
Wow. No, well, enjoy the free
Yeah,
cruise.
sorry.
I hope you have a fantastic 2 weeks.
I wish you luck on your endeavor. I can't help you. I can't get you.
He's already
Sorry.
opening the door.
Yeah, I'm out of there. They just giving me like trigger from like Mormon salesperson. I'm just like fuck out of there.
Right,
Okay, bye.
right.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
Triggered.
Jeff has sequestered Bowser into a separate office, and he said,
This
"So
is-
you look like, you know, I'm gonna cut the bullshit with you, right? We have a spiel for these other people, right? But I can see right now that it's not gonna work on you, right? Let me just tell you that I'm supposed to talk this up, right? Like it's a fantastic investment opportunity, and it is, right? But I don't have to tell you that, right? I can see it on your face. You're a smart guy. You already understand this, right? We can just bang out this contract right now, man. You can be having drinks at the bar here in 15 minutes, thinking about your Miami summers, brother.
Hmm. Well, I do appreciate the upfront and honest portrayal of what you're telling me, but let me ask you just one question before we do start that contract.
Of course, man. Of course, anything.
Is this cruise at all reliant on me choosing this spectacular offer that you're giving me?
No, that would be illegal, man. No, no. I mean, we can't like
Right.
offer you that. No, this is
No,
just like this is the icing on the cake. Not only do you get the Pinnacle cruise, right, but this is the full Pinnacle package, man. And we don't just offer this to anybody, right? Like we can see you're discerning. This is exclusive, right? I mean, if you think I'm gonna give the same spiel to these other schmucks out here, I mean, you got another thing coming. I can tell right now that there's no point in the bullshit with you. You know?
well, Jeff, was it?
Yeah.
Well, Jeff, I've been a lot of places and I've done a lot of things in my life, and I've bought a lot of used cars. So I'm gonna go ahead and decline uh, on that 15,000 a year. That seems a little steep, since I could find a mortgage for 12 months for 15,000
Well,
a year.
I mean, not in Miami, you couldn't, man.
Right, but I don't really like Miami that much. That's why I'm going to
You know, you
the
just need, I mean,
Caribbean.
you need more exposure to it, man. I'm telling you, you spend a couple of weeks here, and a man like you, man, you talk about the tail. Oh, man, the tail down here. Let me tell you, the women, they wander around wearing nothing at all. You don't want a part of that? Come on. I see the ring, but I don't see her here. Come on, brother. She wouldn't have to be there those 3 weeks of summer.
Yes, I'm
Miami.
sure my wife will allow me to have a 3 week vacation every year for $15,000
Oh,
without her.
oh,
That
I'm
makes sense
sorry.
to me, Jeff.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize I was dealing with a wife will allow fellow. I seem to have misjudged this whole situation, man. I'm sorry. Ha, ha, my bad. My bad. No, no. I mean, if you need your wife's permission to spend a couple of dollars, I get it. No, that's cool. That's cool. Whatever you need to do to, keep that happy home life going on.
Hmm. All right, I appreciate the talk, Jeff.
So you're
But how
not
about we
interested? I mean, the equity on this,
how
man.
about we
If
get
you
the
don't,
fuck
if
out
you
of
don't,
here?
well, now hold on. Now there's no reason to get hostile. I'm just saying, man. Even if you don't spend that 3 weeks there, we're talking it's beach adjacent, right? You could get
It's
that out
5
on
blocks away.
Airbnb.
Jeff.
That's beach adjacent. What are you talking 5 blocks? What, you can't walk 5 blocks?
That's like a quarter of a mile, Jeff. I don't want to walk that to the beach.
All right, man. I'm sorry that I misjudged you. I guess. You know, you
Yeah,
can't win them
try one
all.
of these other smucks.
Can't win them all. Can't win them all, I guess. All right. Uh, Cody now has, let Sean out, and he's, clearly a little frustrated. And he gets Skibba in there. He goes, so how you doing today, sir?
I was doing wonderful.
Well, you could still be doing wonderful. You know how?
How? I'm all ears.
By considering an investment in your future. Now, I can't help but be a person that's perceptive. It's part of my job. And I can't help but notice that there is a tan line on the ring finger of your left hand. So you look to me like a man that's either trying to have himself a great time, right? Or is trying to have himself a new time. And I'm telling you right now, Mr. Skibba, that I can offer you both. I can offer you both right now for 3 weeks a year for just $1,500 today.
All right. Where is it?
Well, it is beach adjacent, Miami, right? It's in the Pinnacle Vacation Sharing Complex. We're talking you, 2 rooms, 1 bath, and a kitchenette, right? For 15 grand a year. It's yours for 3 weeks. And we got time slots in August. We got time slots in December. I can get you in there in March. You look like a March man to me, Mr. Skibba.
No, I'm more of whenever the kids are out of school.
Oh,
kind of guy.
so the summer months, yeah. Well, I mean, Miami gets spicy in the summer, and there, I don't have any children myself, but my understanding is that there are tons of things for our futures to do in Miami. There's the Miami Zoo, right? There's the Miami Children's Museum,
Does this
right?
place have a pool?
Uh, 5 blocks from the ocean, you are 5 blocks from nature's pool. I mean, why would you swim in a tiny little bucket when you could be in the whole sea, Mr. Skipper? The whole sea.
So 5 blocks from the beach.
From the
No
beach.
pool.
No pool on site. I mean, this is a classy establishment,
Oh,
We,
okay. Well, then I'm out.
oh, but I mean, it's just a matter of 5 blocks, sir.
Yeah, but I could actually just rent a place cheaper than $1,500.
But I mean, so a rental is, I mean, so this is an investment. This is something that you own.
Have you heard of Airbnb? I mean, like you get
1/22nd
places
of.
really cheap for just a few days. That I'm gonna pass. It's just not that good of an investment.
I mean, so all right. How about this? Right.
Okay.
How about we knock it down to 5% down, right? And I'm gonna talk to Jeff, right? And I can't guarantee it, but we might be able to take $500 a year off the unit. But just for you, don't go spreading this around now, right? Don't go telling people that we're offering you this. This is an exclusive deal here.
All right. How long would I have it?
Well, in perpetuity. I mean, you own
No,
1/22nd of it forever, sir.
How many days of the year? How many weeks of the year is my share?
3 weeks. Any 3-week patch you want. Although sometimes you might have to break it up into a week and 2 weeks, but that's only on select schedules, Those are our high impact holidays, your 4th of July's and your.
Yeah, I understand. I'm just trying to do the math in my head. If you can knock it down to 500 a year, I'll get in.
Well, it's good to know you have a sense of humor, sir. That's no, I mean we couldn't do that at all. No, I could take $500 off. Maybe you misheard me. I said $500. We're talking $14,500 a year then, just $14,500, right? Not 5. No, I mean that would be highway robbery.
1,500. You said 1,500.
Well, 1,500 down for 15 grand a year. That's 10% down right now.
Oh, see, I've never messed with timeshare, so absolutely, that's not a good deal for just 3 weeks. I couldn't even rent that out and make any money off of it.
Well, you would be surprised, sir. I mean, these units are hot. I'm telling you.
I know how much it costs to rent a place. You understand? I'm 40 years old. I've vacationed before.
Well, of course, sir. I mean, I'm trying to patronize you. I mean, I'm not talking down to you here. Hell, you got nearly 20 years on me, bro. I'm just, I'm trying to cue you in to your retirement. I mean, if you're 44, how many years you got left,
I've got a 401k and a POAB and an IRA.
So you're telling me you got the assets?
I was looking for some spending money, but that investment is just not going to get it for me.
It's a way to diversify your portfolio.
I'm pretty diversified.
I mean, you can never be too diverse.
I have a house. The mortgage is almost paid up. I'm kind of sitting pretty, and your investment is not what I'm looking for. But I thank you for the cruise. I mean, it's a wonderful, wonderful idea, and I'm going to enjoy myself immensely. You did notice the ring finger. I didn't have to bring the wife this time. So, yeah. No, I appreciate the opportunity. It's been great talking to you, Cody. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful trip out here on the boat. See you on the island.
Yeah, man, whatever. And, you're out of the office, which finally leaves us with Jeff and Mary. He says, "So how are you today, Miss Mead?"
I'm fine. I mean, this is definitely putting a damper on my, vacation.
That you have the whole wrong idea about how this is gonna play out. You're talking about dampers, right? I'm talking about enhancers, right? There's nothing
Enlighten
being
me.
dampened here, huh? Oh, I'm about to enlighten you. I'm about to enlighten you on the most handicap accessible beachfront opportunity that you can find for just $1,500 in Miami, Florida, right now.
Uh-huh.
Now, I know that a lot of people, they look at you and they see you're differently abled, right? And I don't see that at all. What I see is somebody that understands an opportunity when they see it. And so I'm not gonna bullshit with you, Mary, right? I think this is a good idea for you. Sickly
Oh, okay.
people, they benefit
So,
from the warm, wet climates. It's good for the air.
oh, wow. Okay, so how wide are the doorways in this timeshare?
I mean, I, I would have to. I would have to ask Cody. I don't have the exact dimensions right now. They're
See,
extra.
because
They're wide though. I'm sure. They got to be wide.
uh-huh. Yeah, how wide do you think it should be for a wheelchair?
Um, some feet.
Oh, some feet?
Yeah, like I don't know, 2, 7.
Okay, well, the precise amount is 30 inches. For your understanding, also, how big is the bathroom? Is there the ability to turn around in a wheelchair? Because it sounds like you're talking out of your ass right now, and I'd appreciate you stopping belittling me
What now? Whoa,
because
whoa,
I
whoa, whoa!
am
I did not mean to offend you. I was just trying to point out what I could see as an obvious barrier and some other opportunities for you. I mean, we got ramps here, Mary. There are gentle
okay. How?
slopes from the parking lot that, you get the special spot right in front of the condo. I mean, right there. It'll be marked off just for you. I mean,
Yeah.
they
Okay. So,
the
what's the
counters,
incline of the ramp?
um, ramp
Yeah, you don't know.
15 degrees, Mary. Why 15 degrees?
You really don't know how math works.
No, no, I don't.
Yeah, okay. So let's just do this. I'm 22, but apparently I've had a lot more life experience than you have in this situation. When you try to sell to someone, you don't just play to whatever you think that you assume they're about. You actually, I don't know about the product. So, and I appreciate this entire conversation. Really, it's really enlightened me. But you got to understand, I'm a daughter of a CPA. So,
I I mean that's all good. I wasn't talking down to you at any point, man. I respect people that have different abilities, and it's not you know eh, um
yep.
you know what, you have a fantastic cruise, Miss Mead. You do enjoy yourself. This is
All
you
right.
have a wonderful day. Enjoy your dinner. And get some sun. Get some sun. Thank you. Thank
Yep.
you so much. Thank you so much for coming.
Oh
We will.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And
You're welcome,
God.
jackass.
God bless the handicap. Shit. Yeah. No. Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah. He handled that great. Yeah. No. He was fantastic about it. But that means you all have survived maybe the most horrific part of this cruise, the timeshare meeting, which means that now it is time to gather in the banquet hall, right, for some light music and evening repast. There's a buffet on, prime rib and shellfish, and there's an open bar. We're talking, fancy cruise as the, timeshare contest winners. You all have VIP passes. Cody and Jeff are probably getting fired. Not one of you. Not one of you, though. That's rough. But with that, ba 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 ba. It's jazz night. That's right. They got a lady up there in a flapper dress and a 10-piece orchestra on an elevated stage. They're seating for a few hundred people at circular tables with white fabric tops, right? There's a long buffet steamer line with everything that you can imagine there. It is a resplendent and sumptuous display. I mean, there's a fondue fountain and a chocolate fountain both, right? We're talking, they got space for the armlet bar set up, right? There's a crepe station. It is everything that you could imagine. They got the gluten-free section. It is top of the line, right? And you guys are free to mill about and get yourself a bite to eat. You've earned it.
Where's the liquor?
Yeah.
There's a full bartender, right? Two of them, in fact, bar backing, next to the stage. You know, off to the left-hand
That's
side.
where I'll be.
Yeah. Yeah, bartender works his way through the crowd and asks you both what you'll have.
Screwdriver Smirnoff.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Oh, got it.
And you?
Tom Collins.
Tom Collins, good order. How about you, sir?
Let's just do Jack on the rocks.
Jack on the rocks, man after my own heart. You getting a drink, Sean?
Lobotomy?
Yeah, he says, and starts flipping through a drink book and kind of.
Tequila Sunrise, just make it easy.
Oh yeah, tequila sunrise, no problem, coming right up. And they
yeah.
expertly mix your beverages, right? The shaking and the twirl and the flourish. They are damn fine bartenders, especially given the subtle sway of the ship back and forth as it goes through. It doesn't even seem to kind of put them out of step. And your drinks are prepared, and you are free to peruse the buffet. Right? Yeah.
I leave a tip.
Yeah, he thanks you. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I'll leave a tip as well.
Excellent. Excellent. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, just kind of very. Yeah. There you go. A little tip for you. Go on.
So,
Is there assigned seating or like on the? Is there like tables?
No,
or,
there's open tables anywhere.
Okay.
The only reason you guys are associating now is because I imagine you're commiserating about that just hellish 2-hour ordeal at the I mean,
Oh my!
if I was
God,
with
can you
some
believe
random
those
strangers, yeah, exactly.
Did anybody know this was a timeshare? Because I did not see that anywhere in the tickets and the giveaway.
Yeah, I had no idea, but it makes sense. Like something
nothing's
that's
for
too
free.
good to be true.
Yeah.
But now we can enjoy our cruise, right?
Yeah, and I mean,
Yeah,
I
it's out of the way.
thoroughly
so
enjoy
looking
putting
forward.
men in their place, so it's fun for me. So I'm happy to do that again.
If they weren't so damn expensive, I was actually thinking about it. But God, that's just a horrible investment.
Yeah, and he kept saying beach adjacent.
That's not how.
Five blocks is not adjacent to any beach I've ever heard of.
No thanks.
There wasn't even a
walking half a
pool.
mile to go swim in the ocean.
I've never heard of a condo that didn't have a pool.
It was a vacation sharing opportunity, not a timeshare, Jeff would like to remind you.
Jeff,
Jeff,
you said you would leave us alone after we did your.
No,
No, he's not actually that. No. Out of character. But, yeah, is any of you getting any food?
Yeah, I'll go peruse the gluten-free section
All right, yeah, man.
since you threw it in there.
Well, I mean, there would be, I assume. I don't know if they'd have well, there'd be vegan dishes, but you know.
I'm about to say I'm looking for the meat.
Oh yeah. So, yeah, you are. Perfect. So, a large gentleman saddles up next to you as you're eyeballing the prime rib being sliced off by a person there. And he goes, yeah, man after my own heart.
Unfortunately, I am one of those bad meat eaters where I like it medium well.
Oh,
I know.
never
I
mind,
know.
sir.
I know. My
You ruined
I have
prime
heard
rib,
it from
sir.
everybody I have ever eaten with that I ruin a perfectly good piece of meat. But
Well, I'm sure he'll be able to cut you a slice off one of the ends then. Me, rarer is better. Mr. Billy Haynes, by the way, he reaches over. Oil man.
Mike Skiba, deputy.
Oh, fantastic. Lawman. Lots of respect for the law. Especially lawman that likes his meat, even if you do like it cooked the wrong way.
I understand. Trust me. I understand.
So
So
how
where
much?
are you from?
Well, Texas.
An oil man from Texas on a cruise.
Yeah, outside
Sir,
of Fort Worth.
you are living the stereotype, aren't you?
Well, not all of us can be outside of our dithers. So, how much they get you for on this here ride?
Actually, I won some kind of contest. I thought it turned out to be some kind of timeshare hoodwink. So we just got out of that 2-hour meeting.
Well, 2 hours for 2 weeks doesn't sound like too bad a trade now.
It is absolutely not. I am looking forward to this trip.
Give me a notice roll. He definitely is sweating profusely. It doesn't seem.
How overweight is he?
He's about your size, about my size. Yeah. I mean, he's a big guy, but not like, morbidly, he can still get around and all that.
Is his eyes looking bloodshot?
Yeah, a little.
To me?
Just a little. He doesn't look sickly. He just looks
No, I'm thinking drunk. I mean, to me, that's
no.
The profuse sweating and the eyes glazed over.
He doesn't come off as a guy that's hammered at all. Just a gregarious fellow. I mean, he does seem to have the disposition of somebody that likes to get into their cups, right? But currently doesn't seem to be drunk.
Okay.
No.
Okay. It's a little hot in here.
Yeah, I agree. Actually, that's you figure with all the money they have on this new ship, they could get the climate right.
Yeah, it's just all the people.
Yeah, all these people breathing up all the damn air. Well, it looks like I'm next here for the prime rib, so you have yourself a fantastic evening. What was it, Mr. Skibber?
Skibber.
Officer,
nice
Deputy Skibber, that's right. Earn the distinction.
Just call me Mike, sir. That's who I am.
Well, thank you for your service, Mike, and you have a great evening.
You too, sir.
And it wanders up and gets just the bloodiest, rarest middle section of the prime rib. And he said, put another slice on there. But no, one more now. Come on, what do I look like, some Wilton Violet? And he starts to make his way back to his table. What is everybody, a gluten-free? Yeah, you find an assortment of vegetable and meat dishes not containing any grains. Real shitty on the dessert front, though. I mean, they got ice cream and all that, but what do you know?
That's my life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, mostly meat for me anyway.
Roger that.
Not medium well like some savage.
Right.
But, we'll go medium rare.
Right, who's the real monster here?
I'm very clear. First to go, just on principle alone.
Right? No. They're targeting you. They're like, this motherfucker's medium well, man.
You like medium well.
I've already taken the note in my little notebook here.
Writes on clipboard.
Hey, cook your meat so you don't get sick. I'm just saying.
All right, you guys sit down at the same table, have a pleasant evening with each other. 20, 30 minutes, eating casually, talking, getting to know, just that small talk you do with people through the shared circumstance. And I need everybody to give me a notice roll. Skibba, give me a notice roll at a +1, in addition to your general +2. And for people unfamiliar with Savage Worlds, a 4 equals a success on any task. So anytime you see a number above a 4 rolled in the dice window, that means the person has succeeded on their activity. There are modifiers plus and minus to that, but the number is always a 4. Excellent. So,
Almost always a 4.
it,
Defense.
it's,
Parry and stuff like that.
that's true. Okay, it's nearly always a 4. There's some say we'll get to it. All right,
Yeah.
but literally everybody succeeded on their notice roll. So fantastic. Nobody got a raise though. So,
Did
all of
Skippa?
huh?
Did Skippa?
Skipper. No, D6 8. He got an 8 on it. Wait, what? No, he
11
no.
total.
Yeah, he aced, but he didn't get a raise. He's got to get above the die type there. So, if it would have been a
Gotcha.
12, he would have, but an 11 does not. So, all of you notice the fellow that Skibba was talking to stand up and and he goes to lean against the table, and some of the dishes go clattering to the floor.
Is it like a chest cough, or is it just like a throat? Like
he seems to
something's
be
in his
struggling to
throat, or-
breathe, and he's like,
Did he turn purple?
not currently. He is very red, very sweaty, and does seem to be clutching his chest. His wife gets up and says, "Are you okay, Billy? Is everything all right?"
I run over. And I start yelling out, "Is there a doctor? Doctor? Anybody?"
Like most people are wont to do in this situation, everybody averts their gaze. You get a couple of looky-loos, you get a bunch of people pretending like they haven't heard you and nothing's going on. Some people with that reaction, well, somebody else is the expert, so they'll solve the problem. But nobody...
I find the closest waiter, anybody. Go get the nurse.
Yeah, he runs off immediately. At this point, Billy has fallen over on his back and is foaming just a little out of his mouth, still clutching his chest. Very red in the face, veins bulging. His wife is getting hysterical.
Choking.
I'm gonna go get the.
I'll check his pulse.
AEP.
Heimlich maneuver?
No, this is no. If he was choking,
Everybody that wants to can give me a knowledge, medicine, or healing skill roll.
Ooh. Okay.
Okay, healing.
Yep. He's gonna die. I don't know what it is.
It's a natural one though.
Unskilled.
He is clearly in distress, but none of you know what's going on with him.
I'm a first responder. I have had CPR training. I check his pulse.
He is faint and inconsistent, and at this point he is unresponsive. No longer clutching, kind of gone limp a little. Yeah.
I'll put my right hand on his forehead, and I'll tilt his head back so he's on his back, so he can clear the airway.
In that case, since you are a first responder and have experience with CPR, I will let you make this roll with, what would this be in that case? You should have the medicine skill. Honestly, just basic.
Okay, I can try to pull it up.
You know what, this won't make any sense in the chat, but just give me an athletics roll, because it's the same dice value that your knowledge medicine will be, and we'll add that here in a second. Yikes. Yeah, you try to establish CPR, and you're going through the steps and all that, but he is not responding at all.
As long as he has a pulse, I'm not doing chest compressions. I'm just trying to clear the airway and check to see if he's breathing.
He does not have a pulse at this point.
I'm gonna yell out, you need an AED.
There should be one in this room. Almost all these places. Check, ask the bartender, go find an AED.
So
I'm gonna
it takes
run out in the hallway to find one.
3
Yeah.
minutes for the ship medical crew to respond
I,
to the
I'm doing
situation.
chest compressions.
Excellent, excellent. Give
I
me another athletics roll. This time actually, because 3 minutes of chest compressions fucking sucks. Yeah, fantastic. No problem. Staying alive. Right on rhythm. Still no response from him. But the medical team has arrived and they have taken over at this point. They bring a gurney in and they are going to take him to the infirmary to finish up. The captain gets up and taps the microphone from the singer and says, "I'm oh God, I'm terribly sorry about that, folks. I'm Captain Romero, and this is supposed to be a pleasant evening. I assure you, we're going to do everything we can for that man, and please don't allow it to ruin your evening. He's in the best care possible. We have a state-of-the-art infirmary here, and you folks just enjoy the rest of your night. Enjoy the cruise." And he puts the mic back.
So just as a general question, are you saying that the captain was sitting there the whole time for 3 minutes?
No, he got briefed and came into the room, you know.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, he's there to
Classic.
pull down the fire. So, you know, the captain doesn't eat, you know, in the dining. You know, he's got his own mess and all that nonsense. So,
is his wife still in the room?
no, she has followed him to the infirmary, and she's,
Alright.
I mean, she's sobbing and inconsolable. And,
So,
yeah.
he went from breathing hard to passing out. What did he eat? Because it might be anaphylaxis.
Prime rib. I mean, he had a bunch of prime rib and a little tiny thing of broccoli that his wife made him get, you know.
Yeah, he wasn't looking too good before when I was talking to him before he even had the meat. He was sweating a lot. He probably just had a heart attack. In all seriousness.
Anything's possible.
I mean that's exactly what a heart attack looks like. Sorry, I hate to say.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, it does. So you guys talk for another 5 minutes, still kind of disconcerted, and the energy of the room has just started to return to normal when the sound of silverware ringing against fine glass rings out there. And yeah, that was, you know, I don't have any. What am I gonna do here? I'm low on props tonight, but and a voice
Support
comes
the
out.
channel. We'll get props.
Right, there you go.
Hey.
Support the channel. I will have crystal and silverware. I'll wear a fake mustache over my real mustache. I mean, follow, subscribe, all of it. But, alright, so, you hear a voice come out. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, but your attention, please, for just a moment. After several seconds, you know, the noise dies down a little, right? And standing in front of you is a tall man with a chiseled jaw and perfectly combed black hair, right? And one of those little pencil mustaches, you know? And piercing blue eyes. He's kind of the whole package. You know, a guy in his 50s, he's got that distinguished thing. He's just started to go silver in the temples. I mean, nice suit, looks well presented. And he says, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of myself, Captain Romero, and his crew, I welcome you to the maiden voyage of the Pinnacle. Right? And the crowd, yeah, all right. And everybody give me a common knowledge roll.
Okay.
Mary and Mike, you recognize this as Mr. Forthington. He's the owner of the Pinnacle. The entrepreneur responsible for some biomedical stuff, right? He has some hotel resorts, a couple of cruise liners. You know, he's a fairly well-known, wealthy individual. You know, you would have read articles about him. And he says, this will only take a moment. And, ladies, oh yeah, then we did this. While the hundreds of men and women that serve aboard this vessel have but one goal, to make your dreams come true, I've ever had but a single dream. A dream to create the most state-of-the-art pleasure ship open to passengers of all financial backgrounds that would provide happiness and entertainment like that found on no other. And the crowd, alright, and thanks to you, I can say tonight, my friends, that dream has come true. Right? He once again raises his glass, and it says, to the pinnacle, and more importantly, to all of you. And cheers erupt throughout the hall, and the music, kicks off again. And there's,
nice jazz music you got going there.
Oh, yeah, you got the live band, right? Yeah. I just had to, 1, 2, 3. That was me queuing them up, You wouldn't believe, viewers, what it costs to get a 10-piece ensemble to perform live for a stream. I mean, this is outrageous. But
so I'll look around the table and say, does anyone know who that guy was?
I have no idea.
Oh, that's that pencil-thin mustache dude?
Yeah,
Oh, pencil thin guy. Yeah, that's the
older
boat
gentleman.
guy.
Yeah, he owns the Pinnacle.
Oh, how would it be to be that rich, huh?
Oh.
Look at this thing.
it is a pretty resplendent dining hall.
The paint.
Elevated
I would
stage.
settle for a pontoon boat.
Sean said it smells like paint.
It does. It does. I mean, so there is a bunch of, food smells in here, but it has that, new car smell. The carpet's new, the walls are fresh painted. I mean, this is a virgin run, so everything here is brand new.
Titanic flashbacks.
Yeah, crystal chandeliers hanging above the tables. I mean, multicolored splash lighting on the walls, It's fun, but not too busy. Elegant, but also accessible. I mean, the whole interior, it's a modern art kind of nightmare, honestly. But it works through that one lens. I like weird geometry, But
I'm gonna assume I was sitting next to Mary, but I'm gonna did he say hundreds of men and women?
And woman.
Okay,
Yeah, I caught that too.
so I wasn't
Yeah,
I
no,
heard it.
I was with. Yeah, I just.
I actually missed that.
couldn't contain the
I'm
eye
sorry.
roll. I'm sorry. I don't have enough patience. I watch kids during the day. It's not.
What do you think her position is?
Real
Daycare?
punch. What was that?
I said, what do you...
Skiba?
Yeah, Mike Skiba. You can call me Mike or Skiba. Either one.
Oh, Mike.
No,
I'm
I was
Mike
just
as
making
well.
a joke. What do you think her position is? Daycare?
Dick.
Oh.
Ha 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 ha. Yeah, I'm
Oh
funny.
my god. No.
I am as funny
I'm gonna
as I
take a
think I am,
long
which is
draw
sad.
off my whiskey.
yeah, no, for sure. Everybody needs a second one after that. That's
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I just hang my head back down.
so
I'm kind of just nodded. Just kind of nice one,
Yeah.
it's getting on 10:30, right? You guys have been drinking, talking the night away here for a few hours, right? Like I said, all you got up at 6. It's a long day. You got 2 weeks of cruise ahead of you. I imagine this would be getting on the time where you would start to think about retiring back to your cabins. Unless you're hammer drunk that first night, I go hard the first night sometimes, regardless. But
I have been. I'm feeling it. I'm buzzed.
yeah,
But that's where I want to be.
yeah.
I'm good.
How intoxicated is everybody as they leave the hall? No out of character knowledge allowed.
I've definitely had 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Free.
You said 2 hours of talking?
Yeah. I mean, you guys got in there 8, right? It's 10:30, 2.5 hours now. You ate a meal, you sat down, had some drinks, entertainment, all that, There are people juggling in there. There's a couple of poker tables,
Honestly, I probably would have been As long as I was thirsty, I was drinking.
Yeah. So
So-
both
so
of y'all
I'm-
got a decent buzz on.
Oh, I've got a very good buzz, probably close to drunk.
Excellent, excellent. That's good to know. What about Mary and Sean?
I'm not much of a drinker, so I'll just kind of lightly buzz. through
Yeah,
water
you just
for the
nursed
rest.
one or two.
Yeah,
Mhm.
probably just one, because I have to transfer myself after this, and
Right. You
That's-
wouldn't. Yeah. Let's not do that drunk.
the boat's already swaying. We don't need
Right.
any trash.
Oh my God, getting shit-faced and trying to get yourself into a swaying bunk while your bones break easy. That's a Sisyphusian nightmare. All right, but moving forward then, we will queue up.
You want a
Nothing.
free trip on a torture ship. Congratulations.
I would try and get the phone numbers of the other people, like at our table,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
coordinate events.
Joe's
Shit, you guys don't have anybody
phone.
else on the ship, right?
Yeah.
Are you
Yeah.
guys gonna share deets?
Yeah.
All right, so we will say
Sure.
that you guys have established a group text message. Yay! So everybody has everybody's phone
Yay.
number,
Let's give a drunk text us when he gets back to his room.
right?
Shit, I'm a sleeper. Don't worry about that.
That sucked, but you guys are all right. Yeah, no, all right. Hey, I said this wasn't gonna be a fun stream.
Oh, somber.
No,
I
somber.
vomit
No, it's fine.
all the way.
Oh, and I am hungover already. Too much sugar in the liquor. No. All right. So you guys have made your way up 2 decks using the conveniently located central elevator to the corridor that your hallway is on for your rooms. When who else but Mrs. Haynes, Mr. Haynes' wife, comes running up to you in a panic. She is clutching her right forearm, and you can see blood draining from between her fingers, and all the color has just drained from her face, and she is hysterical.
Whoa, Miss Haynes, whoa.
Dripping blood.
Oh
Whoa.
my, are you okay? Do you need to go to the nurse? That looks like a big laceration. What it?
Everyone's dead.
Breathe. What?
I'm sober.
You need
They're all
to
dead.
you need to slow down. Okay, I know you probably had a lot. Sorry.
Oh,
I'm
he's
really
dead.
sorry if your husband.
Oh
Alright.
God, Billy's
So your
dead.
husband died.
Oh, what did he do?
I'm-
Oh God.
Man,
Ma'am.
I'm
Ma'am,
gonna
I
like
need you to
wrap
calm
my
down.
arm around her. And
She
kinda just,
like jerks
stable
away
her.
from you and then kind of, oh
Okay.
God, please
Okay,
just
okay.
just take me to my room. Oh
no.
God,
First, I want to know
What
who's
happened?
dead and where are they?
Yeah.
my
What's going on? Is there an attack? Is
in
what?
the infirmary. It's
Okay.
oh God, it's horrible.
Okay. No. Okay. We need to talk to you from the beginning.
Yep. How many
Please
people?
just
We
give
need to get.
me to my room, please. I don't want to be
No.
alone out here, please. Oh God.
We
No,
should
we're gonna go
patch
to
that arm, at
security.
least.
Go with her and other cadet, like a cruise personnel, to figure out what the hell is happening.
No, we need to take her to security. I mean, this is
Okay.
there's some kind of
okay.
attack. We need
This
to.
is.
Is there a
above my pay
phone?
grade.
Yeah,
You,
is there?
no, not in the corridor here. You would have to go down the elevator, I think, 2 floors to access a, or, I mean, you have your
Okay.
cell phones, but I'm not sure how that works, yeah. And you guys
How
are
about-
out to sea at this point, so your reception is not the best.
Is there a first
All
aid
right,
Is there free
anywhere?
Wi-Fi though?
The infirmary would definitely have first aid, which is located just down the hall from your guys' room.
Well,
But
we're
she said the
we're not
infirmary
going
was
to-
where everything was happening.
Yeah.
yeah, we're not going that way. We're not going that way. We need
the
to
opposite.
opposite way back to the elevator.
Yeah.
She starts walking towards her room.
No, I grab her by the shoulders and
No,
we're escorting her. Just come with us. You'll be safe with us.
You've got.
I'm a deputy, ma'am. Come on, come with me.
Where's my room in relation to the infirmary?
So you guys are probably 30, 40 feet down the hall from it.
Like, do we have to pass?
But I mean, like,
No, you don't have to.
for-
You're on the infirmary is on the far side of your rooms, and her room.
Okay.
None of you have to pass the infirmary to get to your rooms.
All right, guys. She's talking about people dead. I don't know if this is an attack. She won't answer questions. We just need to get out of here.
It could be a terrorist.
Looks like she's-
Exactly. We need to get the hell out of here right now.
Yeah,
She's
I'm gonna.
delusional
I
from
need
blood.
to go to my room. I have to be on certain medications. I need to. Get
She
there.
goes, "Oh, I don't feel very well," and staggers against the wall and kind of slides down it.
Shit.
All right. Check.
I'm booking
how
it
much
towards
blood-
my room.
Yeah. All right. Wheeling down the hallway to your room, you access it. Everything is fine in there, normal. You did, however, notice that there was a pretty consistent trail of blood all the way down the hallway. Like whatever bit her got her, or whatever attacked her got her good.
I'm trying to look at her wound, put pressure on it, apply a tourniquet if the wound's bad enough.
Yeah, it definitely is tourniquet worthy, and give me a medicine roll. Which again will just be your athletics for now. Although I could just add medicine skill, it's not. I don't even know why it's that hard. Boom. Well, yeah, definitely. So you notice quite a few things, right? What you need a tourniquet, right? So you need a source of cloth, right? It could be her clothing, your clothing, whatever.
More than likely, my belt.
All right. Oh, you're gonna take off your belt using your belt. All right. So you have cinched off the arm. She is kind of fading in and out. You notice that she is pouring sweat, and you'll be damned if that doesn't look like a bite, like a human bite. But like a human, like it's about, it's human mouth size on her right forearm that is
I'm familiar with them.
a chunk out, like a big ass chunk out of her forearm is gone. Like more, you know how, as a cop you've been bit, I'm sure, right? I've been bit super hard, right?
I've seen the bites,
compresses
yes.
down, you get the punctures and all that, but this has taken flesh away.
Shit. Okay.
And it looks like a vein
I
or
wrap it and
artery in her
compress it.
arm is definitely torn open. The blood is puddling on her shirt and pooling down her pants until you get the tourniquet on.
Is she still conscious?
In and out, barely, head lolling, eyes kind of going back, murmuring to her, "Billy, oh
All right,
God."
man, who attacked you? Who attacked you? Yes, go get somebody.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm
but
gonna
don't go to the
go
infirmary.
start looking for some ship personnel or somebody.
All right. You don't see anybody on this floor, but if you go down 2 floors below, right, there's a main converse there. You'll certainly find somebody.
Well, where would somebody like in charge? I don't want to find like a waiter. I want to find like.
I mean,
Is there any phone?
Manager.
Is there a phone in our rooms?
Security
Yeah.
Is there a?
There's a phone in all your rooms, yeah. And you dial 0 for the
just call.
emergency, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Call.
Okay.
That'd be faster than finding somebody.
Okay. I'll do that. I'll go.
Bowser.
room.
I'll go with Sean.
All right, so you guys go into the room, pick up the phone, and hit 0, and there is nothing.
Who would have thought?
Nobody.
No dial
Every time-
tone.
Every time I go on one of these damn
Oh, so
timeshare something.
No,
Sorry.
nothing.
it,
You just click,
it's-
click, click,
it's
click,
plugged
click,
in?
nothing. Yeah, oh yeah, everything.
nothing.
I mean, if you give me an electronics roll,
I can do that.
yeah.
I don't know if I put it on here. No, I didn't.
Yeah, no, it definitely, I mean, it seems plugged in.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Is there a dial tone at all, Sean?
Yeah, oh yeah.
It's. I'll hand the phone to him.
I'll
Yeah.
hang it up a few times and
Doesn't squelch, doesn't, nothing.
line's dead. We're gonna have
I
to,
keep trying to pick Mrs. Haynes up and try to escort her to the elevator.
Yeah, give me a strength roll at this point. She cannot move under her own power.
I guess
Oh, yeah, I mean,
Good God.
head back out.
You see that
let's
Mike
go find Mary and get back
has
to
her picked up there over the shoulder and is walking her towards the elevator. Mary, what have you been doing?
I ran to my room, or
Yeah.
rolled fast, and I keep my med kit and my break kit in the same bag with my main technology. I just put that on the back of my chair, has my chargers, and I'm gonna start going towards the group because, oh wait, I will go towards the group, but I want to get a map of the ship. Because usually they have an escape plan.
Yeah, that'd probably be on the inside of the cabin door. It's there, you know, you got your escape route, but it's a plastic thing affixed to the door proper. Yeah. You could take a picture of it with your phone or something.
Yeah,
but,
I'll take a picture.
Yeah, okay. Alright, so the group has reconvened. And you guys are headed to the elevator?
Are we with Scuba? Or did Scuba
Is there a back elevator? I think if we go to the main one, we might be swarmed. Like, you know, like if people are running around, I'm gonna get lost in the sea of traffic. Especially if there's a terrorist attack.
Well, there's some kind of electrical issue, so maybe we should find some stairs.
The elevator doors slide open, and some dude takes a look at, you know, covered in blood, sick woman on the arm, and he goes, "Oh shit, wrong floor."
Hold the elevator, hold the elevator.
Wait, you, yeah, hi. What's going on?
You fucking tell me, lady. What the?
What's
wrong with that woman?
A guest or a worker?
I don't know.
She was
no,
attacked
he's just
in
a
the
random
infirmary.
Dude. Attacked.
It looks like she was bit.
Yeah, she was attacked in the infirmary. We were trying to get to the security office, or at least away from here.
Attack.
I mean, I think I remember from the briefing, the security office is on the top deck. But
then that's where we're going. We're hijacking your elevator. Let's go.
He steps out and says, "Not me, y'all," and starts walking down the corridor.
I wouldn't stay on this floor, sir. Don't stay on this floor.
Man, you're the fucking weirdest shit I've seen on the cruise. I don't know why I'd be taking any advice from you. And he's like, right, "Enjoy the elevator."
I'm just gonna press the closed window. Elevator door close button.
The elevator doors start to close, and they stop, and then they open a little, and then they close all the way. And the elevator starts to go up.
Okay, where are the other elevators on the map?
So there are two central elevators that go up from here, right? You have the main deck, right? Which has, you know, your recreational entertainment, sauna, right? Like all the deck activities, the pools, all that jazz, right? And then a level above that, right, you have where you guys are. You're in the suites, right? Like, so you're elevated above the deck. You get this great view, right? And then the below decks before that, you know, you get into, like, the bowling alley theater, right? The dining hall you were all in is the first deck below, right? And then you get into the, you know, like the lower class cabins, right? They get lower class the further down you go. You have the engine room. You have a whole swath at the bottom of the ship isn't accessible to people, right? It's staff only, so.
Usually, like, for, like, important passengers, they have a private elevator. Would this place have a private elevator?
Not that you were briefed on at any point.
Okay.
I mean, you guys are in, like, the VIP, right?
I'm gonna start Googling, the ship to see if there's any, like...
You have 0 bars. Despite the ship having... Yeah, the ship does have Wi-Fi. But it has 0 bars. You do have phone reception now.
Call 911. tell the Coast Guard that we're out here
Beep
and
beep beep
something
beep
is
beep
going
beep
on.
beep 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 beep
Guys, we can't stay in one place this long. If it is a shooter, it's going to move throughout the ship.
All lines are currently busy. Please
I
stay on
didn't
the
hear
line
any
for
Yeah,
assistance.
I think we would hear the shots though.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
And this is she's not been shot. She's been stabbed, clawed, bitten. That was a nasty wound.
Wait.
The elevator door opens,
Bitten.
and you guys are on the security floor. There's the security, and then so like there's this front section where you're allowed to go. There's a little window, a little slot. There's a guy sitting behind it looking super bored, and then there's a secure door and a bunch of stuff that you don't have access to.
Yeah, as the door opens, I'm gonna rush forward ahead of Skiba and just kind of knock at the window. Hey, sir, we got an emergency here. Somebody's hurt. We need help.
He looks up, kind of bored, and sees the bloody woman. Holy shit! Right, and stands up. Right, and he goes and turns to the side, and there's a radio console there, and he says, "Kirkman, I'm gonna need you here, man. We got a situation up here right now." And Kirkman goes, "We got a situation down here too, man."
Yeah, this happened in the infirmary. That there's some kind of attack going on.
Wait,
said-
this happened
she
in the the infirmaries. This happened in the infirmary. You're telling me right now?
Yes. Her husband had a heart attack or something.
This lady doesn't look so good right now, and he reaches down and he goes,
No.
"She doesn't have a fucking pulse, guys. Somebody help me with CPR here."
right.
I'm just going
I'll put her down.
away. Are we in the security office yet?
No, he opened the door and closed it. You're in the lobby. There's literally like a lobby area you can access and elevators.
I am going to say, sir, I need you to let us into the security office. I think there's a terrorist attack going on. Can we please go in?
No, authorized personnel only, man. We got weapons and stuff, but I can't allow any civilians back there. I'm sorry.
He's a
He
deputy.
says in the middle of the...
Yeah, I'm helping with the chest compressions.
She is also unresponsive. Gone pale as a sheet.
I think she's lost too much blood, man. I don't...
We've got to get her to the infirmary. It's her only chance. That's where we keep all our medical supplies.
She says they were all dead in the
Attacks
infirmary.
down there.
I mean, I'm looking at 3 fucking guys here. We can handle whatever that shit is. We got to get down there and save this woman. If we leave her here, she is going to die.
She's already dead.
She is dead, sir.
She has
There's
no
nothing we
heartbeat,
can...
no pulse. By now, she's probably lost too much oxygen, and she's probably
We
going
have
dead.
all of those supplies in the infirmary. I am telling you, we have
Sir,
contingency plans for everything. It's state of the
Well, that's
art.
great.
That
I
will not
understand.
work. Sir, please listen to me. Listen. She told us everybody was dead in the infirmary. We are not going to get help
And
down there.
and you said you found her in a state of blood loss and shock?
Yes, she was walking down the hall.
What other information did you get from her? Was there a pink elephant too? I mean, come on, guys.
No.
This is a traumatic thing. She was delirious.
Sir. Right
Oh
now.
my God.
We need into that office. Right now.
There's no way. There's no way you're getting
Get
into the
on your
security
radio.
office. I
Why
mean,
can't you call a medical team to come and handle this?
they
Yeah,
are
on your radio.
currently
Are not
indisposed
working.
with another issue.
The
A man
phones
had a
are not
heart
working.
attack earlier. I mean, this
Yeah,
is
they
the
found
new
out what
shit,
the
man.
wider
There's all
issue
kinds
is.
of things wrong with it right now. It's the maiden voyage. I'm sure your phone line will be working in a moment. If you can't help me with this situation, I'm gonna need to ask you to go back to your rooms.
Sir, I am not leaving until you get on that goddamn radio and contact your supervisors.
I just did.
Contact
Did you
me.
not just hear him?
And then
I
when
will
you find
say
out what's
that
going
you-
on.
Look. I don't want to have to do this, but I will. You guys, didn't he push a woman in a wheelchair over? I think he pushed a woman in a wheelchair.
What
over.
the fuck?
Oh,
No, all right, y'all have to
Stop.
leave.
Right?
That's ridiculous. No, you're trying to blackmail. We have cells back here. If you wanted security that bad, ma'am, I would be happy to handcuff you and wheel you in there.
it might be safer.
Sir,
Do
we're
it.
not leaving.
I mean,
Listen,
then
this
you
is bullshit.
I bring out
This
my
woman
ID.
is dying while we stand here.
exactly.
Because of
That's my fucking point, man.
Sir, there has
What-
been a crime committed.
He picks her up
Are you
and
the
he says, I'm taking her to the infirmary. You guys need to go back to your rooms. That's the last I'm going to talk
Does he
about
have a
it.
badge?
I will physically stop him from moving.
Sir, I would recommend that you stand down right now. You might be an authority figure where you're from, but you are not an authority figure on this ship.
Okay, well, Mike's distracting. Can I grab his badge?
I
These
mean,
are
it,
probably
you know,
all electric, right?
it's on the chest. It has one of those zip things, right? I mean, you can give me a thievery attempt at a -2.
Okay.
No,
They're
sir.
untrained at a -2.
Yeah, so
Damn it, that one extracurricular I didn't take. Okay.
yeah, a lot of you
Did I
guys have
mention that I'm a criminal?
right. No, so I spent 15 years hitchhiking around the country and used to steal all kinds of shit, and I wouldn't have a thievery skill. Pickpocketing as a whole, come on. So, he is taking this woman up, and he is telling you need to stand down, Skibba. Like, you're not an authority figure here. I don't care where you think you are, but your jurisdiction ended the second your ass got on the ship.
Oh, I'm clear on that. You're gonna.
You know what? Why don't you write a strongly worded letter in your cabins? Thank you. Good night.
Is this guy armed at all?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good question.
I think we should follow him back down.
Nope.
It's the same level as our cabins.
Yeah, in
Let him
fact,
go.
how about I escort you all down?
Nope. Call the supervisor and ask some people to come up here.
Yep.
I really don't want to have a situation on the very first night of this
You
cruise.
have a situation, sir.
You already have a situation.
There is a dead body in your arms right
I
now.
meant it's a dying woman. She is not dead yet. And as
Sir,
so to evidence
you
this, her
have to
head
pulse
lolls a little.
herself.
Holy fucking shit.
See?
Dude,
I fucking told you guys. Come on, we need to save this woman.
No. I am like pointing and I am like just
Why, though?
watching
All right.
my exit.
Why though? Isn't the fact that this woman is still alive, isn't that a good thing?
She had no pulse.
Yeah, she kick-started that.
But
Without compressions or shock.
without compressions.
No,
without
you guys
AED,
did do a little CPR on her, recall, before
but
she was
had
picked up to be
already been
carried.
not breathing.
Well, I mean, she doesn't appear to be breathing now.
Sir, that is
It could
not
so. It could
how
be
CPR
like-
works.
It could be you know, some kind of
Put her down,
post-mortem
put her down
movement.
now.
You know, people convulse, nerves fire off. The elevator door opens and he turns around and he says, "I can't wait any longer for you guys. When Kirkman gets here, y'all are gonna be fucked anyway." And the elevator door slides shut with him with the woman in his arms.
What other areas are up here?
Shit. Apparently, just the lobby and the security office.
Yep, that's all you have access to from this floor.
Is it like a key card or is it
Yep.
like a code?
Key card.
Key card.
Can we just knock on the window and get another security?
I mean,
You don't
was
see
there
anybody
anyone
back
else
there.
in
You could definitely knock on the window.
Knock, knock, knock.
Yep.
Yeah, no, nothing. You guys wait. Nothing. The radio
the door
crackles to
unlocked or
life.
anything?
Huh?
The
Is-
door that that dude came out from.
No, it's
Yeah,
locked.
unlocked.
It's locked with a key card.
I guess the only thing we can try now is go to the captain. Go find Captain Romero.
I don't think we're gonna get on the bridge.
No, we need to find a place to just.
Stay away
Camp
from
out.
damaged areas and areas marked radiation hazard or hazmat.
Did they just say hazmat?
Fuck.
What the hell are they talking
Okay, we
about?
need to find somewhere now.
What the fuck? Why am I here? Jesus.
looking for anything like we could get into?
Give me a notice
Wait,
roll.
where did that sound come from?
The radio on the
radio
other side of
call?
the glass.
Oh.
Everybody give
So
me a
that's-
notice roll. The light on the elevator has indicated that it has stopped and that it is now headed back up.
Okay.
Okay. We
I don't
wait.
like the idea of this.
Kirkman is coming? He's a Kirkman, right?
As long as it's somebody.
I'm gonna step like kind of in front of everyone towards the elevator door.
I'm staying close to the window so I can hear the radio.
Yeah, I want to check my exits. What do they mean outbreak?
Maybe Billy didn't have a heart attack. Maybe he's sick.
But like, I mean, like I know he had anaphylaxis. I mean that makes sense. But like, how would he get? We've only been on the boat like one day.
I don't know, maybe he
Yeah,
had
they put it all in that
rabies or something.
Because radiation? Like,
Yeah. But
Well, if
an
they're just trying to quarantine the sickness, I mean, that's what they would do. They need to quarantine if there's an
Oh, wait.
outbreak.
Well,
Fuck, I
don't want to point it out, but you
Dude.
were touching that woman.
I was.
Yeah, we need to get you cleaned
Dude.
off now.
Yeah.
Shit.
I'm gonna get a water bottle out of my bag and start like rinsing wherever his skin was out.
Get the blood off of
Fuck,
him.
that's gunfire.
Oh my god.
Does this door open out or into the security office?
It opens in.
I kick it.
Yeah, give me. Alright, so I did not think we would be breaking inanimate objects at this point. So you want
People
to
are
give me.
shooting, Will.
That's
Yeah,
gunfire.
So you are
Well, you're
kicking
gonna
your
mess up
way
my plan.
into the security door. Yeah, it definitely. I mean, it sounded like it came from the a couple of floors below. You hear it echoing up the elevator shaft.
I told you.
Oh, okay, that didn't. Yep, we've got shooting.
there's the
Yeah,
gunshots.
that wasn't on your floor. No, that was distant. Much louder if it's on your floor, especially in these confined places. Much louder.
I am absolutely trying to break into the. This. Yeah. No.
All right.
We are sitting ducks here.
I spent a lot of time looking up rules, but I'm like, they're not gonna try and break anything inanimate, you know. So I glazed over that. You'll have to give me 1 second here.
I'm sorry.
No, but talk amongst yourselves about the fact that you just heard gunshots on your fucking pleasure cruise.
Jesus.
Shit. This is a terrorist attack.
Yeah, it is. Jesus.
We need it. If we can get in the security office, we can get the doors shut behind us. Right now,
Okay,
all that's between
what-
us and
what
them
can I do to
is.
help?
Are there any staircases that lead to this lobby, or is it just the elevator?
There
I
is a
don't know.
staircase as well, as is mandated by law. It does say, emergency exit. You know, it's lit up. So
Can somebody go lock that door?
the no, that's not. No, it's an open stairwell thing. It doesn't. Although it does look like
there's no door covering the stairway.
there's a door, but you can't lock those. That's emergency access. People on the ship has to be unlocked at all times. It does look though. Well, actually, give me a notice roll.
I'm still trying to kick in.
Oh yeah, somebody else give me a notice roll if you're looking at the
Yeah,
door.
I could do that for sure.
Jesus.
Holy
Jesus.
She sees it
So,
all.
you rolled a
Yeah.
26.
I can die happy now. I can die happy. I am okay with this.
So yeah, you can tell that the door itself has a Nexus 7 series brand alarm first manufactured in 2017 at a Japanese plant that you read an article about because it took 250 jobs from its location in Michigan, right? You're also aware, for some reason, right, with the 25, that this is in fact an alarm, but it is a silent alarm. But it will notify anybody that the emergency exit has been opened and activated. Probably a precaution since 9/11. You know, you don't want people freely moving between.
Okay. Would it? Is it like? So it's electrical, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So if we can get in the security office, maybe
It's
I can
two magnets next to each other. The door slides, the alarm goes off. You know. Like there's a magnetic sensor, you know, bolted to the door, one to the door frame.
We just have to open it, and it'll go
that's
off.
all you have to do.
Yeah, I mean, and it's silent? Okay, it's silent. Okay.
It'll tell the captain.
That one sounded closer.
Okay, double mics. Can you break down the door?
Yes, they can. So.
Okay.
What I need you guys to do is give me combat rolls against a parry of 2. Oh shit. Bowser, you put your shoulder into it and the lock gives way. It snaps clean. Inside of the frame is splintered. The door will no longer lock. Swings open.
But is it push or pull?
It was push. And now it's whatever you want it to be because the door frame's busted and it just kind of swings.
I'm going to grab the radio and ask for a situation report from security.
Who the fuck is this? What are you doing on this line?
That's not important. They're shooting downstairs.
Yeah, no shit. And then you hear over the radio. And then a half second later, echoing through the corridor.
What's going on down there?
Some kind of terrorist attack. We have a bunch of hostile people down here.
Hostile people? What? Are they armed?
No, they seem to be going crazy. I mean, you can't get weapons on this ship, you know?
So, how are they... I'm going to say it's a...
I mean, they're just swarming and kicking the shit out of people. We have half a dozen or so people down here. They're all hopped up on something. I don't know.
Bath salts are big in Miami.
There's something going on. This motherfucker here... Stay down, sir! Stay down! I said stay the fuck down!
Quick, what is the code to open the weapons locker?
He does not respond.
Where's the key?
Yeah. Ding! Goes the elevator.
I'm searching the computer system at the moment, trying to find...
No, you're not. No, it's a passworded terminal and all that. No, I mean, you can see a couple of camera monitors up, right? But no, you're not. There's nothing to access there. That is, no, unless you took hacking, or do you have hacking?
I have electronics, but that's it.
No, I mean, so you know which buttons to get the screen to show up that says, give me the password.
Can I just try password?
Huh?
Can I just try writing password in the password?
Yeah, nah.
Try admin, all lowercase.
Yeah, I'm gonna try everything I might think of.
Do we see any weapons or
after
weapons
the third
containers?
one, there is a taser.
I will grab that and hand that to Mr. Skibba.
I take it. Is this a hand taser or one that shoots the
hand taser?
Feet?
That's better.
Shit.
For our purposes.
Is there any other types of equipment anywhere in this room?
No. There is another much heavier door, a corridor behind you.
Can we try that?
Well, let's see who's coming up the elevator. I mean,
that's right.
I'm gonna move to trying to close the door and make sure it stays shut.
You're going to try and hold the door shut that you guys just busted in, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
We can move a
Yeah.
table over if we need to.
Yeah.
Start moving desk over.
Or is there drawers like a filing cabinet or something I could try and push over? Or something heavy that's not like.
No, the desk is mounted to the wall. I mean, this was a purpose-built room, right? It's designed as a security suite.
That's the problem with
Right.
ships. Everything's bolted down.
Yeah.
Can I start looking through the different cabinets of like the files?
I mean, there is only a couple of filing cabinets, and they are both locked. I mean, you could attempt to, in addition to having broken into the security room now, then just start popping, secured containers. But I don't think that if and when security arrives, they're going to be like, oh, no, that makes sense that you did that. Thank you,
Right.
Are there any flashlights?
No, but it looks like there is an armory down behind that secure door. But I mean, this one is metal. It is no such. If this is a place where they keep the weapons, it's locked down.
I'm gonna look for any keys around the area.
No, it seems like the key that was in the area was the one that the gentleman was wearing on the full thing.
Is there a fire extinguisher?
Oh, yes, there is a fire extinguisher.
And it's a metal door?
Yes.
Could we fire extinguish the metal door to make it weaker?
No.
Okay, I'm thinking of what I see in like in Mission Impossible.
Right,
and
no,
going through
No, it's just
how
carbon
it
dioxide.
might work.
Right.
Is there any kind of channel list near the desk area, the camera area? Like a security channel, captain's channel, any place?
Yes, in fact, there are 3 set positions, right? But none of them are labeled. I mean, I guess it's assumed that you would know which was which if
we had.
All right, what channel is the radio on now?
It is currently on the middle channel.
Are you able to get anybody else on that channel, Mike?
Am I able to get anyone else on this channel, Will?
The elevator door slides open, and a tall, fit, sandy blonde-haired gentleman with a short beard wearing a security uniform comes out and points a 9mm at you guys. And he says, let me see all your hands right now. Right now. Every single one of you.
But the door's closed, right? The door's it's like, can
probably.
you see me?
Blah, blah, blah. So there's a window in the middle of the door, and then there's the big window in the front of this office space that he can see you guys. He can definitely see the 3 of them, and is playing.
I'm like, I've tried to hide myself because there's somebody with a gun, and
then give me
I raise my hands.
Give me a stealth roll. Yeah, you have slid down just in time that he is unaware you are on the other side of the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I absolutely got my hands up.
I'm gonna need you all to turn around, get on your knees, and lace your fingers behind your heads.
I can't.
You just keep your hands up in the air. The rest of you comply.
Yep, I get on my knees.
Excellent, excellent. Sean, he is coming to the door right now. Still has the gun aimed at the window. I don't know who you people are or why you're in a secure area, but I'm going to need some answers right fucking now.
My name is Deputy Mike Skibba with the Forsyth County Sheriff's Office in Georgia. We have heard gunfire that came from downstairs. The security officer up here would not listen to us, and he kept trying to take a dead woman downstairs to the infirmary, even though we told him that's where the attack started, apparently.
That's standard operating procedure. I mean, we take all wounded to the infirmary. We have a morgue there.
And since there is nowhere to hide in the lobby of the security room, I broke down this door, and we are hiding in here. and we got on the radio and tried to figure out what the hell is going on.
We didn't mean any harm.
I really don't have time to deal with this right now. You did hear gunshots, and I need to establish where the
Yes.
fuck they're coming from. You say
I
you're a
think they're 2
deputy?
floors down, sir.
I am a deputy. I show him my ID that's in my wallet that identifies me as the deputy sheriff.
Well, congratulations. You're now deputized. My name's George Kirkman. I'm the head of security here on the ship. I'm going to need you and sir, if you're up to it, I'm going to need you to come with me as well.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
We have to get down to the infirmary and see what's going on with my officers. The shots I've heard sound small caliber size. I mean, all of us have 9mm, so I haven't heard any guns that don't sound like they're supposed to be here. That being said, there are only 20 of us armed on this whole ship, and I've heard about 8 shots so far, so I am alarmed.
Sir,
So are we.
can I get a firearm, please?
It looks like you already
So-
found yourself a taser.
Yeah, close quarters taser.
Well, that'll have to suffice until I get to know you a little better, I'm afraid.
Can
How
I
about
get a
Aspeton,
baton or
anything?
something?
Sir, maybe we could help by watching the cameras.
Yeah, no, you're not going anywhere, ma'am. You're gonna stay
I
here.
don't want to go anywhere. I mean, if
He
you
wants to
lock
be
me
on the
into
radio here.
computer, I can watch the cameras.
What about you, ma'am? Sean.
Oh, I was like, but somewhere, but when I realized that he was okay, I kind of drifted out so he could see me.
Yeah,
Just kinda,
yeah, well, he definitely, what the fuck? But quickly sees
sorry.
that you're you, and that you were clearly
Yeah.
terrified by the scenario.
Yeah,
He takes out his baton that he has, and he says, I have a gun and a baton. You have a taser. You take the stick. All right? And so we are going to... Taser. Taser. I know what's in here. Taser.
Kirkman, right?
Yeah.
Was that you on the radio that I called to?
No.
Well, one of your men was definitely involved in a firefight down below.
Yeah, we're about to get to the bottom of that for sure. As soon as I
He
can
said
find-
something about a dozen people down.
A dozen?
Yeah.
That's what he said.
He said that they keep swarming them, that they keep
What?
fighting and kicking. I don't know.
The last I heard, a man had a heart attack, and then I hear gunshots. The radio's been
Well, there
going
was a-
crazy.
There was a woman that was, well, it looked like she was bit, and she
Like
came
it-
from the
He
infirmary.
lost a lot of blood and died up here. I mean,
It
you
wasn't
can see
just
the
like a
blood
bite,
here on the
like there
floor.
was a chunk out.
That's... what?
Yeah, I know. Let's continue with the acknowledging what's happening so we can make a plan.
Alright, Light Club going to Bowser. And I cannot find this taser. I know it's in here. I've seen it.
It's actually really interesting.
Yeah, it is an interesting rule. Level of fatigue. Or multiples, depending on success. But, alright, we'll get that sorted, because you'll still be using a fighting roll to use the damn thing. Alright, so, you two gals, stay up here, listen to the radio. If I give you any instructions at all, you'd follow them 100%.
Yes, sir.
It's not safe right now. Yes. What, ma'am?
Of the door, is there a way to like shut it? Because
There was.
people. Well,
Um,
is there a place where we can go where we are safe?
This is as safe as you're gonna get, ma'am.
The door
sir,
is.
Just stay out of
Well-
sight. Listen for the radio. Worst case scenario, I guess both of you can stack you. What, ma'am? What?
Would there be a way to get behind that door? I do not mean to cause any trouble, but as you can see, I am not the fighting type.
Right. I mean, you could wedge yourself behind it and keep it from being pushed. We got nothing here.
No, I mean the door back there, the metal door.
No. No, that's the armory. You guys stay here. Listen to the radio. We'll
Could
be
I
back.
have a stick or something? Like, I don't...
I'm out of weapons, ma'am. I mean, I'm not. This isn't a movie. I had my baton. I had a handgun.
Just because I'm a... I might not look it, but I can...
He looks around and he takes the fire extinguisher off the wall and hands it to you. And he says, hit him with the heavy end.
Sir, could you get me the password for this computer so I can help?
Are you out of your mind? No. Stay here.
No, I mean, yeah, the computer, it's right there.
He's not. He is not. Well, you can watch the cameras without the computer. I mean, you got the 4 monitors, right? They cycle through occasionally. Nobody's been asking about what's on the monitors, but you know that's fine. That's for another time, I guess.
I want to start watching the monitors and.
All right.
Yeah, we've been held at gunpoint. Sorry, Will.
Yeah, so we are splitting the party,
Woo!
which always works.
Is there a radio
Huh?
that we can take with us?
He's got one on his person. There's a radio in the wall there. All the rest of them are in the armory.
Okay.
Wait, so both mics are going with Kirkman?
Yep, he needs their
Yep.
assistance. He deputized Skibba because he's a deputy, and Mike, he just needs
Yeah.
somebody that can, you know.
And I am absolutely okay with leaving you guys behind a closed door.
I'm like, you are leaving us with a fire extinguisher to defend ourselves.
Nothing's
I-
got. The problem is down below, ma'am. Don't be hysterical.
Okay.
We're gonna solve this situation.
Fuck you.
And
first
that
of all.
glass, that
Just
glass
walk-
is pretty
Second
thick,
of all-
right? I'm sure it's ballistic glass.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So you ladies are safe behind the door.
Okay, let's
Yeah.
just everybody's neutral here. There's no ladies. Like, okay, please. Just I would like something to defend myself. Please, I can't do it without.
I
fucking
got
fire
nothing for you,
extinguisher.
and I have no time to
Then
keep
give
discussing
me
this.
something, and you give them something else on the way down. You cannot leave me here, leave us here with a fucking fire extinguisher. I'm sorry, you're not leaving.
Give her-
it.
give
I
her the
need
club, man.
something.
Fire
He-
extinguishers are kind of heavy.
Listen here. I've
I give her-
played
I
softball
will-
for 4 years.
You give her the
I don't handle
taser?
myself.
I hate the taser
Something.
being
Yeah.
handheld, so I'll take the fire extinguisher.
All right. So,
I don't.
fire
Don't
extinguisher.
fuck.
You have a taser now.
Yeah.
All right. Let me get
Alright.
you. And so, fire extinguisher
Block the
is
door as well
an
as you can.
improvised weapon, right? Which means you will get a -1 on all attack rolls with it. But it will function as a heavy club, because I be damned if it ain't a heavy club. Also, I suppose as an action, you could activate it for a chance to release a cone that would blind anybody within it.
Pull, aim, squeeze, sweep.
That's right.
I know how to do this.
All right, let's get your inventory loaded up with this fire extinguisher goodness. Excellent. So, elevator doors open. They step in. Elevator doors close. If you are examining the camera feeds, they linger about 8 seconds before swapping over to another image. Oh, yeah, Sean?
Okay. Yeah. So first, as soon as they leave, Mary, how much does your wheelchair weigh?
For 64 pounds.
Okay. Is there like another chair around that we could like maybe use your wheelchair as like a barricade, and then we'll put you on a computer chair? Would you be okay with that?
That, okay.
The
so real
other
quick-
elevator
Huh.
has lit up, and it is The light's just at the very, like, second to last floor, starting to come up.
Okay. Can I turn the lights off?
Yeah, there's a switch on the wall. It's got the big broad flip switches.
And then I'm going to like basically lift myself down to my pedals.
Yeah.
And then what I'm gonna do is like motion to Sean to come under the desk, and I'm gonna put the wheelchair. So I take the bag off of it. So I have the bag, and then I put the wheelchair in front of us.
Okay.
So we're,
Excellent.
like, sitting empty
Even
inside.
with the lights
Are we
off,
like under the desk
there is
too?
still dim illumination. Yeah, you guys can totally slip under the spot in the desk in front of the computer monitor and all that. So it is not completely dark in there because the monitors are casting a dim gray light that flickers as the images change. As you look up, you notice that the monitor is currently on one of the elevators. And there is a figure in there that you can't really see. Back turned to the thing, just kind of swaying a little. Skiba and Bowser. The elevator door opens on the corridor of your floor, and Kirkman leads confidently, checking his corners and sweeping the corridor. There is much more blood than there was here previously. Give me a notice roll.
We should have stayed upstairs, buddy.
Spent shell casings on the ground. You count 8 of them, and a quick assessment only reveals 2 holes in the walls.
Are there bodies anywhere?
Nope. Lots of blood. In fact, the corridor is slick with it in
floor that we're
spots.
on?
Tile.
I meant what floor of the ship?
You
what's
are
on,
one level
first-
above the deck. In the the high tier cabins, you guys have the suites, and then down the corridor is the infirmary.
All right, so this is the same level that we were on before.
Yes, much more blood now.
Okay.
Looks like something definitely went down here, huh?
Yeah, what the fuck is this? Kirkman says.
Are there any handprints on door handles or anything like that as we go by?
Some smears of blood on the wall, but nothing like that. No, none of the doors have looked like they've been accessed at any point. As you approach the end of the corridor, one of the lights above is flickering. You don't know if it was hit or if this is just part of the electrical thing. But so the illumination outside the infirmary is inconsistent. Zzz, 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 on and off. Kirkman on point.
All right. I tap him on the shoulders like, we need stealth.
100%. Shh. And he proceeds to about 5 feet outside the door of the infirmary. Do you hear that?
Sounds like an animal.
What the fuck is going on in there?
Are there any dogs on board?
No animals are allowed on the ship.
No, you're in front.
Alright, I'm gonna go on the far side of the door. You hang to this side of the door. I'm gonna sweep in. I want both of you to follow me and fan out to separate corners, alright?
Take the
Alright.
left.
I'll go off. Whatever you go off of, I'll go. I'll follow.
Alright, on 3. 1, 2, 3. And he opens the door, alright? And everybody dies. No.
Rocks
Wow.
fall.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, rocks fall. Give me a second here. As the door swings open, I need both of you to make a guts check at -2.
Guts, that unskilled skill.
Is a unskilled.
Yep, if you don't have guts. While you have been exposed to many things throughout your, times, this is on a whole different but you're fine. So, as the door opens, the scene that confronts you makes your blood run cold and your stomach feel like it's trying to escape through your throat. Blood covers the wall in dark, sticky smears and pools on the floor in gelatinous puddles. 4 bodies are scattered around the room, all of them torn open by something just bestial. And in all your years, you've never seen such carnage. Rib cages splayed open, throats torn, glassy eyes just staring in horror. There is 3 males and 1 female. The female has a huge bite in her upper leg that clearly severed the artery on the inside of her thigh, and she bled out. And the last 2 have just their necks ripped open. The furthest body from the door is still twitching, and in the inconsistent lighting, you can see a figure hunched over it. Maybe medical aid? But since Mike Bowser, you have failed your roll there, we are going to have you roll on the fear table. So you were at a -2, so it'll be this roll plus 2 on the table. So 18, 19, 20. This is a major phobia you have developed. In all your years, you've never seen a room full of people just torn to shreds before. So
That is true.
determine for yourself what aspect of this, whether it's the gore or whether it's the medical setting. It can't be the individual because, that's going to become commonplace here. But any other aspect of this, because something that causes you to flash back to this moment here. And, it's intestines and blood and piss and shit and an exposed half a skull with an eyeball torn out. I mean, it's gruesome. The smell is horrific. It wafts out the room in these big wet gouts of meaty blood. You can smell the iron and copper just hanging in the air. It's an abattoir. It's just a slaughterhouse. And Kirkman goes, "Sir, are you okay?" And the figure turns and stands, and his head cocks to the side, and both you all can see that it is Billy Haynes. Pale as a ghost, moving in these sickly, weird gestures. He lurches towards Kirkman, and his forearms are just wet with gore and meaty hunks. It's clear that he had been chewing on the corpse of the person in the corner of the room there, because just bits of meat and blood running down his chin and wet, goblets. His whole shirt is soaked. And Kirkman says, "Stand down, man! Stand down!"
Bill, get on the ground. Get on the ground.
And with that, we are going into our first of what I can only assume will just be an endless assemblage of horrific combat scenarios. So, combat in Savage Worlds for the unfamiliar plays out similar to D&D or whatnot. The initiative order is determined by a deck of cards. If a player is so lucky as to roll a joker, right, that means they get to pick where they go in the initiative step, get a +2 to all their rolls, and everybody participating in the combat gets a free Benny, and Bennies are going to be very fucking useful in this scenario. So, we will first get Skibbers, and we'll get Bowser on the map here, and let me grab Kirkman. Oh, Kirkman, little buddy. I didn't know if I was actually going to be able to convince you guys to go to the infirmary with him.
I'm just so happy Sean and I are in the security office.
Are there any cameras
Yeah,
that
we
pan
don't-
through this room?
Yeah.
Another
Oh
one
yeah.
happened.
In fact,
I have a plan to make another one, so you got this.
the camera does pan to the moment that Kirkman enters the door, but the view isn't on the far corner. You just see his like horrified reaction and shouting. No audio, you know. Alright, let me enter mask mode here. And block up. Alright, several male corpses, female corpse, and of course, our good buddy. He was so nice at the buffet. So we are going to clear the initiative step, get rid of these action cards from the trial combat we did.
Oh
And
my.
here we go.
Oh my god.
So, good thing to know about the living dead is that they're slow as shit, right? So they can never roll above a 5 on the initiative step. So
That's
this
good.
fellow here is definitely slow. And Mike Skibba, you are in fact the first to take note of this fellow and have an opportunity to react.
Alright. I've only got the fire extinguisher.
Yeah, you've only got the
So
fire extinguisher.
I'm gonna stay
Alright.
just behind the man with the gun,
Yep.
and I'm gonna keep yelling at Bill, you need to get on the ground. You need to get on the ground now.
Bill is definitely not responding.
I didn't know if there's any hold actions or anything like that if he gets close to us.
Oh, you can in fact hold your action if you would like to, yeah. All you've done is speak so far.
Alright, then I would like to react to whatever
Alright.
Bill does.
Kirkman's up. He has the gun drawn on the fellow and he says, "Man, I'm not gonna warn you again. Get on the ground." Bowser, your turn.
I'm just kind of leaning on that table, trying to avoid the
Yeah.
current mood of the room, and I'm going to say, I think he's sick. He must have been the one that bit his wife, and I don't know.
Some kind of mental break or something.
Yeah,
He
bath
was
salts.
dead.
Maybe bath salts. He had a cardiac arrest, and now he's.
This doesn't look like a bath salts kind of guy, man. I don't know.
Well, that one guy ate that
Get on
other
the
guy's
radio.
face.
Get on the radio.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be standing where I'm standing.
All right. The elevator that is going up passes the floor that they're on and seems to be coming up to your level now.
Question, Will.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Alright, I got my break kit,
Uh-huh.
and in it I have fiberglass
Yeah.
for casting.
Uh-huh.
Can I start wetting it and wrapping it so I can make a rod?
You're gonna try and start tightly wrapping fiberglass from your brake kit to make a very light and very ineffectual melee weapon.
I have nothing else. Oh wait, actually no. There's another item I have in my brake kit. It's a leg extension.
Yeah.
For my chair. So
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
gonna
no.
start.
Yeah, improvised weapon light club.
Yeah. I'm just gonna have that ready.
Yeah. It will take 1d4 rounds for you to get that out and ready. So let's get a D4.
Okay. Second. Okay, D4. 4.
4 rounds. I mean, yeah, leg extension. I gotta get it out there.
It's a little cumbersome, so. And I'm trying to be really quiet.
Right. So this fellow shambles up. 3. And attempts to, he's coming towards Cartman. Cartman says, "Stop, man." I said fucking stop. And he is going to roll a shooting roll to put 1 in him center mass. Probably put 3 in him center mass, actually. So. Oh, yeah. Blat, blat, blat. I mean, in the confines of this infirmary, the 3 9mm rounds going off, you don't have any ear protection. It's dim lighting. You get the flash, 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 and then just the, you know, like, maybe you guys had times to go, shit, but you know, I mean, I don't know. You both have probably been around without ear protection at least once, and that's all it fucking takes, right? I mean, so, any notice rolls based on hearing for the next hour, right? You're gonna get a -1, too.
Yep.
Just bat, 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 real. I guess it wasn't like a higher cal. You know, we'll call it a half an hour. How about that? -1 next half hour. Wasn't like a 358 or something. But
Yeah.
the guy, blat, 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 right? I mean, it's a nice grouping, center mass, you know, right in the thoracic vault. Precisely what he should do. And dude, I mean, through and through, it, you know, it doesn't even rack him like you would expect a 9mm impact to. He seems relatively unfazed and is going to roll his strength now against Kirkman's strength to grapple. So we always start with the defender. Rolls a 7. That's strong. He's strong. And yeah, he you know, is surprised at the fact that the guy keeps coming, but does manage to push him back, you know. What the fuck, you know? And is very unnerved by the fact, as you guys, I mean, this guy must be hopped up on, I mean, come on, you know. What are the 3 center mass from a 9 though?
Right.
Maybe he's gonna take us a little while to burn out. But, uh-oh, Kirkman up first in the initiative order this time. Well, I mean, he's going again, right? Just blat, blat, blat. And yeah, 3 again, not quite the same grouping as he did before, but, nothing. And I mean, the guy is, you know, he's getting cheesed up here at this point. Bowser. This is, I mean, 6 at this point? What is he, 50 Cent, you know? Especially since this was an overweight dude in his 50s that
Right.
seemed very unwell, like, an hour and a half, 2 hours ago.
I'm gonna circle around the table.
Yeah.
Get kind of in between the table and that corpse on the ground there.
Alright, let's, get the movement. Alright, he is, fixated on Kirkman still.
I'm gonna give my best at hitting him right about here with a baton.
Alright, trying to swing at the back of his head. That makes sense. Let's get the roll, and it is a called shot. Right, so it is going to happen at a -4 for a head-sized object. Wrestling around in melee. We got the dark of the room, you know. The floor is slick with blood and viscera. You're literally stepping over a human corpse to do this.
Right.
Yikes. Now, and, I mean, right as you raise it up and swing, he lurches forward and tries to bite Kirkman again. He has, his head kind of lolls over and he catches sight of you now, though, and is aware of you as well. Skibba.
I'm gonna move up to the other side with him
Yep.
and try to take out his knee to get him on the ground.
Alright, that is our called shot to the leg, -2. Improvised weapon, -3. Trying to swing that fire extinguisher right at the back of his leg, knock him off his feet. And oof. Not quite.
Is there any bonuses for being surrounded?
Gang up bonus, but that should be calculated against him, but so that's a +2, so that's a 4. Yeah, that hits.
You know, I didn't roll it over him. That was my fault.
Oh, here, let me roll it over him. I'll solve that right now for us. Hit.
Okay.
Because their parry is garbage. Yeah, so you managed to take him and knock him down to one knee. His leg goes out from under him. He's kind of falls down, Kirkman. Still clawing at him on his knees, though, for sure. Why did it not roll to... Oh, because I didn't apply it. Alright, give me a second here. I gotta do this right. I forget Savage Worlds makes me apply the effects, which I like, but all the other systems don't make me do it, so I forget. Now he's actually shaken, and let's see if he's unshaken. Yep. Quickly, using the front of Kirkman, pulls himself up, and it's going to be an opposed strength roll against him again. So, Kirkman rolls first. Oof.
Mike, we gotta drop this guy.
But manages to barely shove him off again. The guy stumbles back, reorientates himself, and immediately comes back in. Both of you give me a notice roll.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh,
Yes, I see it.
Skibba, there's no fresh blood coming out of any of those holes in his center mass. There's a little bit of a kind of... It looks like... I mean, if you had to make an assessment, congealed? It's thick, it's viscous, it's kind of... it's not flowing right at all, and there's very little of it oozing out of just a couple of the holes. Mike, he's super scary. That's what you notice.
Yeah, I'm already freaked out from the
Right.
lights and the gore.
But, Mary and Sean, the elevator dings as it opens, and that seems to alert the person inside, who turns around from facing the back of the door and kind of just, I don't know, drunkenly steps out.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stay under the desk. Quiet.
You hear, like a shuffle drag of footsteps, and then as something thuds against the glass. You guys are under the desk with your backs turned to it, chair pulled up in front of you, right? Whoever it is seems to just be like, thudding on the other side of the glass there.
Yeah, we're just quiet.
Yeah, just gonna hang out?
Yeah.
Alright, that sounds like a good... I mean, there have been worse plans in the history of the world. Alright,
Yeah,
next
I'm going to
round.
an infirmary.
Oh, Mary, you got the Joker bonus this round. Congratulations, you can huddle into there all jokery. Oh, and it's not giving you guys bandage. Let me give everybody a Benny here.
Yes.
By the way, these are consistent throughout shows. So this pool will go up with jokers, with excellent role playing, with fantastic ideas. They'll be pretty liberal throughout the sessions, but maybe don't spend them all, you know? At any rate, we are back. And Kirkman, let's see, that's 3, 6. Yeah, he's gonna club the guy with the, well, no, you know what? No. He is going to, aim down and, try and put 3 right through the center of his thigh. Well, you know what? No, he's gonna shoot him in the face. Fuck that.
Yeah,
He's put 6 center mass. This is... No,
if he's ever been law enforcement.
Right. At
There's
this
2
point,
places to shoot to stop.
he's here to finish the job, yeah. So he is going to roll his shooting. -4 cold shot against the guy.
I'd say you hit him.
Woo! 22.
good.
He needed a
Yes.
4 to do it, so he literally dumps everything remaining into his clip. Blat, 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 blat. And, I mean, you know, you can practically see through the guy's head by the time it hits the ground, right? And, that has, in fact, stopped him. Let me roll the damage there, although that's kind of superfluous.
Unharmed?
Yeah, unharmed it says, but that is incorrect because it has not calculated the bonus damage for his head, right? You get a +4 on the damage modifier for the headshot. So he is very much so dead because he had a toughness of 5. So we will go ahead and just manually add that wound there, won't we? Yes, we will. And he is now deceased.
Again.
And as I see him raise the gun to do all that, I'm gonna kind of,
Oh yeah, this time you're like, fucking hell, yeah.
you know.
No, so
who are the other...
oh. Go ahead.
I was going to say, who are the other dead people? Any of them security?
None of them are security, no. There
Any
appears
white
to...
lab coats?
Yeah. Yeah. Both one of the males and one of the females are both wearing, you know, the gal's in scrubs or was in scrubs. The fellow was in whites, yeah. Oh, you know what? No. The fellow was in scrubs and the lady was in whites. Boom. Doctor, wife, I gotta represent.
Yes. That's where the one woman
That's
was.
where the one woman was.
So I'm gonna just take a quick look around for like a medical kit.
Oh yeah,
knives,
yeah. First
anything
aid
like that.
kit, all kinds of stuff in here. Yeah.
I'm gonna
Ask
snag
Kurtman
what
if
I
he's
can.
okay. I saw him get lunged at.
I mean, so he is like, he's got a little bit of the, you know, gelatinous blood from that point blank volley there the second time, and he looks shook, right? But, also, is currently already, he's pulled his second mag out, and is, you know, he's shook, but he's, you know, not his first rodeo. He says, that guy, why wouldn't that guy die?
That guy was dead. I gave him CPR. He was
Well, you
not
did
breathing,
a hell of a
had no
fucking job
pulse.
of it.
He was dead. I'm telling you, when he carted off, he was dead.
Yeah, we all saw it in the dining area earlier.
He nudges the guy's body with his foot. He says, well, I know one thing for sure. He's fucking dead now. Oh my god. I have so much fucking paperwork.
This might not be the only thing. The shots were out in the hallway. This is in here. I don't think this is over.
Yeah, I don't see any shots in these bodies.
And he does do a once over, and sure enough, I mean, none of these bodies have any bullet wounds in them, with the exception of the one he just dropped.
I'm gonna
pausing and going back to Mary and Sean.
the sound of the distant gunfire.
And I'm gonna grab Sean's hand just as a solidarity.
You hear like a
Yeah.
the squeaking, right, of like skin being dragged across glass a little, right, and then any of you gonna take a peek? No. We
No.
good.
No.
I've played too much Call of Duty. You have to understand.
Fair.
I'm just.
Fair.
Yeah, I'm scared. No.
Back to the infirmary. Right, he says, alright, you need a gun, Skips. This is too much.
Yeah.
You're deputized. Let's get back upstairs. We
Let's
gotta
go.
get into the armory. The second I hand you this gun, you're under my command, you understand me?
Absolutely, sir. This is your ship. I'm good to go.
We're not gonna fire on anybody for any reason until they've attacked us. We're gonna clear our lines. I'm not gonna try and get any fucking passengers shot on my watch, alright? You understand me?
I promise I am not a gun-ho.
Alright.
17 years experience on the force, sir. I'm
Elevators. Open. Close. Start to ascend. You guys...
I'm not too bad with a gun myself. An extra. Kicking around.
You know what? Fuck it. All hands on deck. Same deal applies.
Got it.
You're not law enforcement, but now you are. Elevator opens. The lights are off in the booth, and you see a silhouette of somebody standing at the glass.
Well, I mean, as soon as the elevator opens, it dings, right?
Yep. Oh, that's an excellent point. The figure begins to turn around, and it's clear, even from the silhouette, that they're not moving naturally.
So I'm gonna call out for Sean and Mary, because lights off. Another freak is up here. But I'm gonna ready the baton and stand directly behind Kirk.
Yep. Same.
Alright.
The way we're set up there is the way I want to be set up.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright, give me 1 second here to adjust the new map.
These maps are cool.
Yeah, aren't they? They got like that. There's something about it that's aesthetically pleasing and will be really simple to like replicate, you know, when I run out of the pre-generated ones. I feel it very much so. So, alright.
Yeah.
We have... Oh, I need to put the grid up so that you're not gigantic, of course. Didn't know we'd be fighting insecurity tonight.
Don't delete me. Oh no.
There's a cop in the room. Of course I'm going for security.
Actually, let's delete the mask. No need for the mask now, but we do need the grid. Alright. 5 foot squares. Here you are. Alright. Mauser. Skibba. Kirkman. Sean. Mary. And totally normal, dude.
Right.
Totally fine. Nothing's wrong.
Awesome. Completely normal passenger.
Yeah.
Hawaiian shirt with a lei, you know.
Alright, so you guys. And away we go. Oh, which helps if I roll initiative, doesn't it? Yeah, I always. Boom. Alright, so elevator door dings. Fellow turns around. Mary, you're up. You heard them say, Mary, Sean.
I'm not saying anything until the thing against the glass stops making noise.
Right, right.
So, I am going to look at Sean and still give the finger up to my lips and to stay kind of a. And if I will use like just sign language alphabet to say wait.
Do you speak ASL, Sean?
No, but that
Yeah,
is
yeah.
kind of
Yeah, alright.
that's
Excellent.
all I need.
Universal
I'm just like-
gestures. Alright, well, it is your turn, Sean, so are you just going to go, oh lord? Oh lordy lordy, he's coming?
Yeah, I'm staying quiet. I don't know what the fuck is his deal, but I
Right.
heard the Bowser, so I feel kind of okay, but I don't know what the fuck this dude's on, so I'm staying quiet too.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Skibba.
Do I notice who this guy is yet? I'm gonna try to.
He's clearly not well. He's just another pack. No, this is a security dude. That's right. He's wearing a security uniform.
Okay, so this is normal. He's just not looking good.
Right.
I'm gonna step up here beside Kirkman
Uh-huh.
and just call out Sean, Mary.
Give me a notice roll.
Nope.
Jesus, how do I
Clean-
get a critical
Cleaning
fail?
that blood
Right.
out of your eye.
Right, I have no
Right.
idea what a critical fail on. You go blind for 1 minute. I mean, no, you don't know. You literally go, oh, thank God, security. Right, is what that means.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it was.
All right.
I let my guard down for a second. it is done.
Kirkman steps out, and he goes, James, is everything okay, man? Give a status update, man. What's wrong? Bowser, give me a notice roll. It's that same security guard that tried to get you guys to go to your rooms earlier. Darkness, backlit there, just the elevator light, you know.
I'm gonna tell Kirkman that this specific security guard went down to the infirmary before we were found by him.
Well, maybe he can explain what happened down there then.
There's something unsettling about his stance.
There definitely is, yeah. Kirkman's not oblivious to it, but he definitely, you know, this is the guy he was expecting to see up here. All of that. We get to about this far away, and the light in the elevator realizes that the entirety of the front of his throat is missing. And he goes to grab Kirkman, who is understandably upset by this revelation and will be rolling on the guts table himself. Which is interesting. But he steadies through.
Yeah, he's not a pussy.
He's not
Thank
a pussy
God.
like you, but he will have to roll the strength roll because he is currently being grappled. 6, not bad, not bad. Excellent, and manages to shove.
Mic off.
Lost audio?
Yeah, we lost you, Will.
Mic on.
Hello.
There you go.
Yay! Alright, his head, yeah, I was too dramatic with my combat action. His head slams into the glass, and you two hear the, you know, the sounds of the struggle now coming below, but you also hear the voices you recognize. Next round. Holy shit, he's not supposed to, well, on the Joker.
Dang.
And the only way he can roll above, so yeah, he's gonna roll that strength roll again. After Kirkman's. Oof. Oof, Cartman is tied up with his buddy Jason. Jason, the undead fellow here, did not get a raise though, so he is not currently bound. He is just entangled, which is better. That means he's distracted. Entangled means he gets a -2 on his trait rolls. So none of that's really great. And he cannot move currently, cannot flee. Zombie has him wrapped up. It also means that the zombie is going to attempt to bite him now because he has successfully grappled him. Face leaning in. Oh man. Wouldn't that suck if your guys' like narrative assistant got 8 right now?
That would be horrible.
Yeah.
That would be worst case scenario.
Yeah.
Oof.
Oh. Oh.
Oh
my
my.
I don't like seeing all those dice tumbling around.
His teeth snap just inches away from Kirkman's face, and they're currently locked in a struggle with one another. Also, though, I forgot, it means that the zombie is also currently entangled.
Plus side.
All right.
So we die.
Next up, Skibba. His buddy just tried to bite him, clearly covered in blood. Yep.
Absolutely running up and calling the shot guy. I'm going to put that fire extinguisher right in his face, right on the bridge of his nose.
Excellent. -5. Improvised weapon called shot head.
Come on.
Big money, big money.
Big money.
And in
And it still didn't add the 2 for.
maybe you don't gang up. Well, you don't. It
Kirkman
has
has
to
a
be
ranged weapon, so you probably don't get it.
right. He has a ranged weapon, and he's not technically. It would have to be the 2 of you next to each other. Party members, I think, is how it counts the math. Although
I got you.
at this point, I should be able to. Maybe that'll work now. Because he's not neutral to you anymore at this point, clearly. He's friendly. Alright, Mary. Definite sound of struggle coming. Pounding against the glass. Cursing.
I'm not
shouting.
changing anything I'm doing.
Right. Hiding behind the desk. Makes sense. Sean.
I kind of just like very subtly like kind of peer up and see what's going on.
Give me a notice roll. -1 due to the dim conditions.
Okay. There you go. Okay. Ooh.
Yeah, it's clearly the guys you had dinner with and the security guard they left with now wrestling with the security guard from earlier, who isn't moving right. You can't see the wound because his back is to you, but I mean, it's safe to assume that there's something wrong with him if they're fighting him.
Yeah, they're fighting that security guard that was here, whispering like very quietly to Mary.
Oh yeah, speaking of, you guys are currently fighting zombies, so I should probably.
Did you have something to say, Mary?
She's just gonna be quiet and just say this and like wait till the fighting's done. Basically, she's not saying anything. She grew up in the school shooting phase, so she knows how lockdown drills go, and that is the only thing she's going off of at this point.
Right.
So,
Makes sense. Makes sense. Is that all you're doing, Sean?
Yeah.
Mike?
Yeah.
Bowser?
Alright. I'm going to come up next to this guy.
Yep.
And I'm going to aim for the knee with the baton.
Alright, -2.
My awesome fighting roll.
Yikes. No, he hit him mid-thigh. Doesn't react at all.
Alright, I'm gonna move a little bit further behind him then.
Okay. Kirkman is going to try and shove him away. And then, no, just shove him away. I'm gonna say it'd be like a -6 if you tried to put him in his head. -8 or something after that. Although, he has been pretty baller with the shots so far. So, the, fellow here needs to make his strength roll. Oh, yeah. So, he shoves him away handedly and is no longer entangled. However, neither is the fellow. And he says, "God damn it, Jason, what's wrong with you?" John, right? John, yeah. I'm so confused right now that it's all, everything's wrong. Skipper.
Alright, I'm not doing a called shot this time. I'm just going to grab the fire extinguisher by its head and just swing it like a baseball bat.
Yeah, yep, alright. Ooh. You, swing it like a baseball bat and lose your grip on it, and it goes clean through that window, shattering into the office and landing in, I know, right? Ballistic glass. It was a hell of a throw. Must have hit it at just the right frequency, you know. Or maybe it wasn't ballistic glass. Maybe they cut corners. But,
Bastards.
it, lands on the floor in front of the ladies, and, the room is, filled with, you know, shards of glass now.
Whoops.
Splattering all over the...
Yep. Good luck crawling out of there without cutting yourselves, girls. Kirkman's up. And you know what he's gonna do? He's gonna put, you know, his tight burst in the face of his buddy. Hopefully. Ooh. Fuck, both of you are...
We've seen what one of these can do.
I'm just saying that, there's a lot of folks adjacent to him here, you know? But fortunately, zombie parry's real low.
That's why I moved further down, so...
Right. Yikes. Fortunately, no one on the shooting die, so, he, put several into the vicinity around the fellow's head, one of which slams into the wall above you girls, I'm sure causing quite a, shock. Nothing, you know. Bowser. Very loud, ladies, by the way.
Yeah.
Startlingly loud. If your only experience with firearms is in a movie or a video, I mean shockingly loud.
Yeah.
Probably the loudest thing you've ever heard, honestly. Yeah.
Luckily, I grew up on a farm.
Right?
Well, it's like instant hearing damage.
Yeah.
There we go.
Hit him with a raise. Unfortunately, since it did not hit him in the head, it is a savage shot that clearly, like, when it meets, something gives, right? Like, you catch him right in the back across the ribs. There's a wet crack, right? Like, oh boy, you know, but all it serves to do is have his head loll to the side and one of his arms goes in your direction.
Yeah, so as he's kind of spinning towards me, I'm going to run up the hall a little bit.
1 second. I need to make sure of something.
I'm pretty sure of something. That's why I did that.
They get free attacks if you,
Do they?
yeah, so...
Okay. I'm not going to do that then.
Right.
And that is it for me.
Alright. Mary, Sean, desk action.
Rinse and repeat.
Right.
You might want to like crawl out of the gunfire that's coming in there.
I mean, we're under a desk.
Yeah.
Uh,
You guys have to like aim the gun like.
If you guys are able to shoot through the wall, I will be. I mean, okay, I'm not gonna be surprised because shit happens. So, but let's just.
I need a strength roll from you, Bowser.
Best attribute. Not so great today.
No.
Oh! Unfortunately, the trait roll was a natural 1, so you are entangled
Awesome.
with the zombie, who is now going to attempt to bite you, because that's what they do when they got you wrapped up. But this will be fine, I'm sure. Everything's fine. There's...
Yeah.
Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
Fine.
Oh, and it's very
Oh
fine.
my dear God.
Snaps at you a couple of times. Still has you tied up. I know, really. I keep forgetting that I've made this for these situations where you're tied up too. It's
No
currently
bites.
Be good. Be good.
wrapped up with
I
said.
got the baton up against his chest.
Mary, you're up.
I'm staying where I am.
Yeah.
I am not moving until I hear the thing fall and everyone else come in and say, "Are you guys okay?"
Right.
So
right.
I will continue to sit still and be quiet.
Excellent.
I do not blame you.
Sean, same deal.
Yeah, I'm still kind of watching because I've never seen something like this, so I'm just like, whoa.
Kirkman says, "God damn it, I can't get a shot."
Fucking hit him.
And he will swing at a -1 with the butt of his gun, attempting to strike the fellow that is currently entangled. And hits him clubs him on the shoulder a couple of times, nothing. Skibba.
And I saw that his bottom or his throat was ripped out, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, it's clear to you guys at this point that something ain't going right here.
You heard all of his ribs crack.
Right.
I hit him with the
Yeah.
baton.
And with him being currently entangled,
He can't move, and he is distracted. Which means that he has a -2 to his trait rolls, like strength and vigor.
all right,
Yeah, I
I
get
am
this.
going to just. Oh God, I'm going to try it. I want to wrap my arm up under his chin from behind and try to pull him away from. I just want to wrestle him down to the ground and envelop him from behind.
All right, give me a fighting roll against him.
Yeah, because you lost your fire extinguisher.
All right, yeah, you wrap an arm around him. Now I need opposed strength rolls. So he is the
And
defender, so he will go first.
Absolutely making sure that I am keeping my arm underneath his chin.
Right, yeah, I mean, you have experience trying not to get bit while doing this, so yeah. It's a good thing you didn't critically fail. Yeah, no, you managed to pull him off Bowser and take him down to the ground with your body weight on top of him, meaning he is no longer entangled, but you are both prone. Which is fun. Prone, for those that are not familiar with the Savage World system, gives you +4 to cover against ranged attacks and -2 to your parry when fighting, because it may, you're lying down, so people can't shoot you, but you're not really good at the blocking when you're, on your guts. All right, yep.
I might actually be able to hit him now that he's prone.
Handcuff him.
Bowser.
So, having this guy pulled off of me, kind of searching around as he's trying to bite me.
Mm-hmm.
So when they both hit the floor, I am going to soccer kick this dude in the face.
Yeah. All right. Still a cold shot. Still a 4 because it's a head. That was terrible.
Yeah.
Just terrible.
I missed.
Wait.
Prone -2.
Wait, what? Oh, you're not prone. I did the wrong prone to the wrong mic. Here, roll it again.
Crossing my fingers.
Oh, is that why I got a -6?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Tell me when you're ready.
Yeah, you're
for it.
good. Yeah. There you go. Hit with a raise. Oh, but no -4 on that. You still need a -4. One more time with feeling.
With gusto.
Come on, baby. Nope.
Wait. What the fuck?
Oh, that's a hit.
Ganging up +2, 0, parry 2. Yeah, it has a parry of 2. So yeah. You have hit it in the head.
Yes.
Somehow.
Soccer kicked it. Let's get the damage. And,
Oh, I already rolled it.
Oh,
That's pretty good.
Nice.
That's not bad at all.
Smash his head like a pumpkin.
His head snaps back at, just the worst angle. It makes that celery sound.
Well, he's
right?
missing this part, right?
Right.
So it can just.
And I am pulling back at the same time, yeah.
And, it's clear that the connective tissue in his spine is the only thing holding the head in place at that point. However, I am going to need a guts roll from you two right now.
Good old guts.
Yeah, so, both of you are unnerved, by the scenario, and, you feel your dinner coming up, because, not only have you kicked this guy so hard that you nearly took off his head, but the mouth is still going and the eyes are fixed on you.
Yep. Whiskey and gluten-free crackers all over.
Right? Blah! Blah! And Cartman says, "Jesus Christ," and looks away and puts one round through its head. And,
Looks away, I was still holding on.
Yeah, alright. She goes, "I'm sorry, John," blow, and shoots you right in the face. Yeah, that is the situation currently.
Yeah, Drew, I gave him one of these kicks.
A goal!
Right.
Oh, you can't hear folks behind me very well? How dare you?
That's what he's saying.
He's lying. No, he's probably
I'm
not.
listening through Discord, so I have you all set custom.
Right, me too.
Yeah.
And I have the volume for you guys set very loud, so I don't know. At any rate.
Yeah, I can hear everybody fine. But I'm not listening on Twitch, so
Twitch is a whole different deal. I'll watch the recording and we'll get the volume levels all perfect. Round 2, everybody survived so far. What the fuck?
we almost lost
Proving
it.
people wrong. I'm just saying. I am.
But
This is a win for disability.
Kirkman has unlocked the armory at this point in a hurry.
Oh.
And he is issuing firearms to everybody that is comfortable with a he's issuing a firearm to everybody. Sean, He's giving you a quick rundown. He explains the
Can I have
safety.
a baton or like a bat or something instead?
We just beat the shit out of this guy, and he didn't go down. If you get in a problem, you're gonna need the ability to stop it. This is the dangerous end. You don't ever point this end at anything you don't want to kill. Safety's on the side here. You pull it back to rack around. You can see that there's a round in the chamber there on the side of the thing. Right, you're gonna get 2 extra magazines. Push this on the side here, it drops the mag. You can check how much ammo you have in the thing. It's also how you reload to reload, right? Rack your slide twice, make sure you're empty, put the mag in it, rack it again, you're good to go. Don't put your booger hook on the bang stick until you're willing to kill something.
Yeah, and aim for the head.
And apparently, aim for the head. So, with that, everybody is going to get themselves a Glock 9mm out of the security room.
Oh,
yes.
Paid off. It paid off.
Along with the Glock 9mm, you are going to have the magazine that comes with it, and 2 extra magazines. Now, normally in my games, I am less than meticulous. Yeah, sure, you bought bullets in the town. Every one of these rounds is to be accounted for. You have precisely the amount of bullets that you are assigned, and not one more until you loot or find more. So,
is this a Glock 19?
Whatever the Glock and the 9mm is in the guide.
Yes.
Oh.
It's the Glock 19.
Okay.
In the artillery room though, or
it's this
whatever?
one here.
Okay.
Okay. In that room though, is there a billy club or something that I can grab?
Yeah, you can also get yourself a light club.
Yeah, I want to.
Apparently these guys carry the extended 17-round mags. So you have 17, and then the 34 outside of that. So make a note of that in your inventories. Light club, where'd you go? You wouldn't be in range, you'd be in melee. Excellent.
And I've got that as my trademark weapon too.
That you do. What a coinkydink. Sean, let's get your character up here. Welcome. Get your inventory. Weapons. Light club. Anybody else want a light club? They're going around.
Just in case.
Yes. An Aspeton, I will absolutely.
Are there any like webbing or magazine holders, holsters, and that in here?
Yeah.
Yeah, looking for gun belts.
Good idea.
Yeah, there are. Everybody can get a holster as well. You do have to carry the mags in your pockets because, you know. And, yeah, so holsters, light clubs. Alright, so Sean's got a light club.
Does that come with a holster, like the
Wii remote
sleeve
tether?
No, just the pistol comes with the holster. Club's gonna be something you're gonna have to manage. Until you guys get like a top belt or something.
It's staying in my hand.
Right.
So we all do.
Does it have a tether on it at all, or?
What's that? Oh yeah.
Does it have a tether?
You can wrap it around your wrist, but.
Perfect.
We all do a celebratory shot in the air.
Right.
No.
Oh no, y'all unload a man, just point break style.
No.
The anguish of this evening.
We've got guns. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank God we don't have like a college dude in this party yet, because that would be insufferable. No offense.
You say yet.
No offense to who.
It could happen.
Actively recruiting for this show, by the way, I should mention during these inventory downtimes that you
I mean, I'm
as
happy, but
audience members are welcome to participate and apply. We have an interview process. We'll vet you, right? And then you will roll an exact replica of yourself based on your real world skills or lack therefore of. And then find yourself with us here in the zombie apocalypse. Doesn't that sound fun? First come,
Yeah.
first serve. Subscribers, of course, getting priority access. You smash that subscribe button. Oh, you could be fighting zombies with us next week. Boom. Anyhow,
Oh, please
shameless
feel free.
self-promotion aside, let's make sure we got everybody. Inventory set up. So many weapons, light club. Sean and Mary get a light club. Everybody got a light club.
you
All
get
right.
a light club, and you get a light club, and you get
Give
a
me a notice roll at -2, everyone.
Okay.
I lost my character sheet.
Uh-oh.
I found it. I'm not a very noticeable
No?
person.
Yeah.
I don't think I hit one of these yet.
I am.
Good
There you
hell.
go. Mary
Mary?
saw it.
You hear the ding of the elevator doors opening. And,
I'm gonna.
on the other side, you see another lone figure, right, standing with their back to you. And they pivot around and scream at the top of their lungs, "To be continued next week!" Ah!
I knew it was coming.
I
Yeah.
did too.
Just a point of contention, because it'll bother me. A
Yeah.
Glock does not have a safety on the anywhere other than the trigger.
Nowhere.
You just, yeah, alright.
Well,
Alright, it's
it
got a
does have
trigger
the
safety, so-
little
No, don't
trigger
they have
safety.
the squeeze, they have the back one too, don't they, where you have to...
No,
Just the trigger
No.
safety.
just a trigger safety,
Well, but damn, at any rate, that
and
is
that's
the-
really not a safety.
It's,
I'm
no,
just saying.
no, that's just, you squeeze that, and then it's, I mean, it's a trigger at that point, isn't it? Christ.
Yep.
But, that's the show this week. Thank you guys for joining us. It has been a fantastic
We
opener.
survived.
I'm
We lived.
alive.
I
Tune
am
in.
already just so excited.
Next week, when things go from, well, bad to, just so much
Oh,
worse.
shit.
Just so much worse. So, from the mics, Sean, Mary, and myself, Will Thompson, I wish you all a fantastic evening and a good Spooktember. May your dice always roll hot, and check out the credits. Your name could be there if you subscribe. Have a good night,
Yeah.
everyone.
Good night.